We are underway.
All right, we are underway. All right,
Hit
let's
it.
go. All right, let's do this one last time. Hi, I'm Kyosuke, and for the and I have been bitten by a radioactive Katsuhiko Nakajima, and for the past year, I have been the one and only host of the Wrestle Inn Year in Review, or whatever the fuck we call it now. Fusa, how are you?
I am Fusa, and for the last 24 hours, I have been the other only host of the Wrestle Inn Year in Review live stream. I was bitten by a radioactive El Phantasmo 3 different times in the last year. There's headbanging coming out of places there shouldn't be headbanging.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Kieran watched his fucking intro yesterday into the Wrestleverse one, so we have
Yeah, he did.
have to make up for it now, don't we? Oh yeah. When I said Katsuhiko Nakajima, I mean it. Fuck, I need to get this on the right. Here we go. Yeah, to look on fuck piece of shit.
He got it. He's ready.
Suck it, dickwads.
There we go.
Here we go.
All right. No, the tweet has gone live too, so now people really know we're live.
Yeah. Oh, this one says holy.
So I got to July by myself last time before everything finished up. Is there anything that you would have liked to have added that I potentially had missed, or any personal things that you would like to add? From like the span of, I think I was from April to July.
April to July. So did you finish up July or?
I did actually start July. I got to finish off June, and then that's where I ended the stream. I didn't actually do July.
Then no.
Nothing cool happened to you in the span of April to June in the world of wrestling?
Nothing cool happened. The cool things happen from July because that's when break starts.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think also I actually did miss one other thing in June, which was Collision had its debut in its Spin Run Weekly. That was something I did forget to mention during the last stream. Punk made his return to AEW on the first episode of Collision in United Center.
Yeah.
Moving on into July now. July had a whole bunch of stuff. First, right at the beginning of the month on Canada Day. That's my time to shine, baby. WWE had Money in the Bank in the O2 Arena, which Kieran went to. Yep. And then Kieran snuck into the media scrum afterwards. And he got to ask a question.
Yep.
Or no, he didn't get to ask a question.
Yeah, ask questions. He just went in there, didn't he?
No, I don't think he actually got a chance to ask a question. I think he just tried to, but they didn't get him to. And then about like 18 hours afterwards, there was Dragon Gate's Kobe World. I'm expecting Kay to say something in the chat now, because any mention of Dragon Gate usually summons them. I don't think no one is in the chat yet. We're currently talking to ourselves. Quick, retweet the tweet. More controversy about Nakajima going.
I'll post it on the fucking Instagram. Holy shit. Instagram Reels. This gear maker. Fucking gear makers. Like, and with that, then
the most scuffed stream of 2024, hosted by the most scuffed hosts of 2024.
Yep.
You cannot convince me otherwise, because as of right now, we are the one and only scuffed stream of scuffed hosts.
Wait, I need to add the fucking link. Damn it. I am not good at whatever technology bullshit that this has to do. Share. Copy.
I don't even know what are you doing? What are you pulling?
On Instagram stories. Because I think I got more followers there. Nope, never mind. I'll post it on my Twitter as well. All right.
Okay.
All
right, cool.
Cool. That'll get people in. All right.
Great start. So with Kobe World, this saw. I don't think this actually saw. It saw one title change that I have a note. No, it's not two title changes I have notes for. Ishin beat Jason Lee for the Brave Gate title, and Gold Class beats Natural Vibes for the Triangle Gate title. And on the show, we also saw Yamato versus Hiromu Takahashi, where we got to see Emo Hiromu.
Hiromu.
He had like the like black eye, like he liked the black eye makeup, like it looked like he hadn't slept for like 5 days, and just stuff like that. It looks like he was supposed to be competing in a Monsters Ball on Impact, but he got lost and ended up in a Dragon Gate match.
He somehow came west to Kobe.
And then there was also the mask 5-way cage match, which had Ultimo Dragon, Dragon Kid, Strong Machine J, Shun Skywalker, and Diamante, where they had like the 5 masks at the top of the cage, and you had to like retrieve your mask in order to be allowed to escape the match. That was the last one remaining, had to unmask permanently. Diamante was the last one remaining after Shun turned on him, despite them being in the same group. Diamante unmasked and is now Luis' last name. Luis' last name. As soon as I remember what the fucking last name is. It really says something about how much I watch Dragon Gate, considering I'm the one who has also tweets about Dragon Gate for the Wrestle Inn. I made a tweet specifically about Luis winning the Dream Gate title, and I don't remember his last name.
I barely watch Dragon Gate, man.
Dragon,
even those are like 30 minutes away. I barely watch Dragon Gate.
There you go. New year, new you for watching Dragon Gate. The fuck is it? I'm scrolling through the Twitter to try to remember his last name.
It's not. His last name.
Where is it? It's here somewhere. It happened this month. I swear it happened this month. Like, I think I passed it, actually.
Good.
This is how prepared we are here. At the year in review podcast or year in review live stream. This is how we end up getting our own show, and it's just going to be the most scuffed podcast on the Wrestle Inn Network, where we will never be prepared at all times. Where is it? Oh, I found it. It is.
It's.
Damn it! Wait, no, hold on. He doesn't have it on his. I used his use his Twitter tag, which is his Diamante name, and then on his Twitter he doesn't have his new name. All right, it's just Luis.
Yep, let's just call him that. And
he has a last name. We'll figure it out one day, but for now he's just Luis.
Yeah,
Guns, where are you? You're my guy who knows about all this stuff.
Guns, okay, or whoever's active now in the
Guns,
Discord.
okay. Somebody, please save me. Save me from looking like a fool. I'm acting a fool out here.
All right. Dragon Gate. That happened. What else did G1 Climax? I think we should.
G1 Climax. Kicked off in the month of July, but before the G1 Climax kicked off, there was a couple of New Japan shows that happened before that. They're Independence Day shows. There was both nights of it. So night one had events such as Bishamon being defeated by Bullet Club War Dogs for the New Japan Strong Tag titles, which I failed to mention that the titles were vacated by Aussie Open before Dominion because of the injuries to Mark Davis. I think it was Resurgence actually that he vacated the titles.
Resurgence, yeah.
There is Guns. Now I can stop acting a fool. Yes, it was Resurgence that Kyle Fletcher did come out and announce that they had to vacate the titles. And then at Dominion, that's when Bishamon won both the New Japan Strong and IWGP Heavyweight Tag titles. Independence Day, Bullet Club War Dogs, Gabe Kidd, and Alex Coughlin beat Bishamon for the Strong titles. And then that same show, Drilla Maloney and Clark Connors beat Catch 2-2 for the IWGP Junior Tag titles. Sorry, once.
Let's go.
Also on that show, there was the Doomsday No DQ match, which had Homicide and John Moxley taking on El Desperado and Jun Kasai. Jun Kasai had a hell of a reaction.
Oh yeah, they got that one row of the Freedom guys, and they were just arms and arms, like it's like that, arms and arms screaming the Jun Kasai entrance thing.
Arms and arms, like they were taking penalty kicks at the FIFA World Cup.
Yep.
I had knocked over my water bottle.
Shoot.
That match was won by Desperado and Jun Kasai, which was one of the first matches that kicked off his obsession with deathmatch wrestling.
So
I remember when my friend yelled out loud when World Dogs won the junior tag titles, citing things. And then on night 2, we saw Will Nightingale lose the New Japan Strong Women's title to Julia. Bishamon retain the New Japan or IWGP tag titles against War Dogs. Eddie Kingston defeat Kenta for the New Japan Strong Openweight title. And El Desperado John Moxley beating El Desperado in Final Death.
Yep.
And a couple days before all this happened, Tam Nakano defeated Mirai for the Wonder of Stardom Championship, becoming Tam 2 belts.
Oh, fuck, my sore hurts. Woo! All right. All right.
Having our swig of Red Bull.
I'm good. Yep. Oh yeah, this is the. I just took a big fucking nap before this and didn't even realize that there was a fucking earthquake coming. So I just let it. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't like Japan on tsunami warning right now?
Yeah, it's a big ass like 7.2 magnitude earthquake in not northern, like around mid Japan, but it's the opposite of Osaka. So like we felt it just a little bit, but
okay.
But yeah, if you're in Ishikawa, take care, please.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems with this coming week of all the major shows happening in Japan.
Yeah, because
fingers crossed, knock on wood, all that jazz.
All right. On to wrestling. What else? What's after Independence Day?
Actually, another thing I forgot to mention, the Owen Hart's Cup kicked off in at Forbidden Door. Then it continued on into the month of
August
or July. Finish off in July, actually. A bunch of matches there. This is actually the tournament that saw Samoa Joe break Roderick Strong's neck, which started his whole like wheelchair broken neck gimmick.
Yeah, fucking, I hated that gimmick.
This I think it was July as well.
Yeah,
that MJF, or it might have been June. Oh wait, no, it was June. MJF and Adam Cole had their World Championship eliminator match, which ended in a 30-minute draw. Adam asked for 5 more minutes. Max said no, which then continued on into July with the AEW Tag Title Blind Eliminator Tournament, which saw Max and Adam Cole get put together, and thus started the bromance.
Bromance.
Better than you, baby. Bromance.
Baby. All right. Did anything
also in the month of July was the feud of Bullet Club Gold versus FTR.
Yeah, I forgot to have
that was a great feud with some great matches, including their absolutely incredible nearly 60-minute best 2 of 3 falls match for the AEW tag titles.
Yeah,
just always putting on instant classics between those guys. Nick Wayne made his debut in AEW in Canada against Swerve Strickland. Strickland did win that match, but Nick Wayne made his official debut, turning to 18 earlier in the month. The Tokyo Princess Cup kicked off in the month of July as well, along with the G1 Climax, along with
N1
along with the 5-star Grand Prix, along with the N1, along
with
all the tournaments.
All the tournaments, Japanese wrestling just fucking mush them together.
Just all the Japanese wrestling tournaments said, "Fuck it, July. That's our month."
July. Remember when?
Nothing
Yep.
super crazy happened in terms of like matches for the G1 for the first like few days of the tournaments, or at least in my
Yes.
opinion.
We saw Taichi beat Osprey at Sapporo, didn't we? Taichi
Yeah,
Osprey at Sapporo.
Taichi Osprey. That happened.
Oh yeah, I think we should mention this because he's Henare got his fuck, what's it called again?
The tattoo, like the face tattoos and everything.
His tribal oh god, I don't want to. If Henare sees this, I'm gonna be fucked.
I don't want to botch it in case Sonara is watching.
Yeah, Henare is gonna oh yeah I met Henare in July again. No, that is in August, but Henare again in August. But yeah. Henare got his new face tattoos that I guess symbolize ancestors, which got a lot of I guess which I thought that would get him through like most of the G1, since that's like a new image trend for him, and also like his ancestors, and also his ancestors are now like within him, like with the face tattoo. It's a tribal, it's a cultural thing, and that's what I thought New Japan would push him a little bit, but that did not happen. He only got one win over. Was it he got a win over Hiroshi Tanahashi? Was it that year that he got a win over Hiroshi Tanahashi, or the last year he won?
Like in the G1 or during the year?
G1. I remember him having a
I don't think that they weren't in the same block in the G1. Hinare was in C block and Tanahashi was in D block.
Hinare beat I remember Hinare beating Shingo, was it? Or was that New Japan Cup?
Hinare did beat Shingo during the G1.
Shingo Tama? No, Tama as well.
Tama Tonga?
No, he got beat by Tama. He didn't. No, he lost against Tama, right?
I'm like scrolling through my spreadsheet of matches that I rated. It's like maybe I rated this match. Hold on. That's Hinare versus Ishii.
Did he win? What the
he did beat Ishii.
Good.
Good.
Yeah,
I'm glad. Maybe I just didn't. Maybe I didn't actually like that match that much. Eddie Kingston beat him. Yeah, I'm not saying. I probably just like watched that match. I was like, oh, it was fine. It's not worthy of anything. It's fine.
Well,
but yeah, a lot of stuff went on in the G1. Such as seeing like the Reiwa Three Musketeers. I think they were dubbed the Reiwa Three Musketeers before the G1 happened.
Yep, they were dubbed the Reiwa Three Musketeers.
Yes, so there's a bit of pressure on them for that during the G1. So they all kind of had moments. Hinare showed out a bunch during it. Zach had another strong tournament, like he usually does a lot of years. Naito was a big fan favorite during that tournament.
Yeah.
Sonata dominated the A block as the champion, made all the kids look like kids. Made them. He turned into the father of the A block.
Yeah.
Christian Cage wishes.
Yes, hopefully this year they go back to the 2-block system. I just feel like there's too many people, especially I feel like they're just putting in all the guys that have some sort that can kind of wrestle, which there's a bit of I say kind of wrestle, but there's one person that is shit, whom Jado will know who I'm talking about. And in Jado's words,
I will Chase Owens.
Fuck Chase Owens. Chase Owens, yeah. He's horrible. he should stick to Twitch streaming or whatever the fuck he does, PUBG unknowns or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. There needs to be more quality over quantity with the G1, especially after this year. This year had a lot of kind of just there. Guns is agreeing with us. 2 blocks competition is better.
So we were gonna have more AEW guys, or like more I guess people from outside New Japan. If Civ was like 32 people this year, but like the only guys we got were like Kiyomiya, which were pretty good. New Japan fucked him over though. Kiyomiya and Eddie Kingston, which were pretty good picks, but you know we kind of wanted more other than Owens.
Yeah, I think if like you're gonna go with the same system, same amount of people they had this year, they definitely have to have more bigger names from outer companies, especially with like UJPW happening next year, which we will get to. They should definitely bring in a lot, like with the G1, bring in guys from those other like Japanese promotions that can draw in and replace those guys like Chase Owens and Yujiro Takahashi. Actually, I don't think Yujiro was in the tournament this year. Kenta could definitely be taken out.
Yeah. Now that we're on this topic, who do you want to see that's from outside New Japan in the G1?
Kento. Kenta Miyahara with 100% Kenta Miyahara. I don't know if All Japan would be willing to give up Kento for that much. Takuya Nomura. I don't know if All Japan would be willing to give up Kento for like a month and a half. Same thing with guys like Yuma Aoyagi. I would love to see Yuma Aoyagi in there. Keno would be fun in the G1.
If it's a DDT, what would I want to see?
DDT, I would probably want Yuki Ueno.
Yuki Ueno, yeah.
Yuki Ueno
is I feel like that dream match might happen in the G1 if that does happen. Yuki Ueno versus Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Yeah. Kazusada Higuchi could be fun for like that meaty block.
Give me Kenta versus Yoshitatsu, you bastards.
Holy shit, is that a motherfucking Yoshitatsu reference?
Yoshitatsu. Yoshitatsu. Mr. Surprise Rule of bad memories of Yoshitatsu. But I saw him walk out of Korokun was a suit once, and then I was like, that fucking Yoshitatsu dude. Yes, Chris Brooks! Fuck yes! Fuck yes!
Chris Brooks would be fun in the G1.
Give me Chris Brooks in the G1. I already spent enough money on him. I already spent enough money on him. Give me more. Chris Brooks in the G1 climax, or even better, I don't care. How heavy is he again? I know that is he a heavy now?
I think Chris Brooks would fit as a heavyweight. Let's look him up.
Brooks does Chris
94 kilos. I don't know what the limit for junior heavyweights versus heavyweights is in Japan in terms of kilos.
100 kilogram, over 100 kilograms is heavyweight, below 100 is juniors.
Bulking. So I mean, hey, he bulks up for 6 months or 6 or 7 months, and he can be in the G1.
Daisuke Sekimoto.
I would be down for Shun. Shun Skywalker. That'd be cool.
I would. My word, who's a good in terms of
height?
Heavyweight. He's
190. He's a tall boy, so that makes him a heavyweight by default.
Chris Brooks versus Okada is an image that I want to see. Is the two tall boys of Japanese of DDT and New Japan Pro Wrestling. That's an image that I would like to see.
Tam Nakano in the G1, road to Tam.
Yep.
Road to the Tam one.
Yeah, Tam Nakano in the G1.
Tam Nakano in the G1. Book it, Gato.
Book it, Gato. Fucking coward.
Anyway, some other things that happened while the G1 was going on in the month of July. Noah's One Night Dream, which saw the first Kenta Miyahara versus Katsuhiko Nakajima match.
Yeah. I was gonna go, but all the tickets were sold out. Shit, man.
Yeah,
Leave it on
I
a bam.
I mentioned on the last stream how I was planning on rewatching both the matches and comparing them as to which one was better. I was going to do that today, and then I slept in until about 3 p.m. and then I had to go to work.
I
So
think I got a horrible fucking sleep schedule during this fucking break. I usually I sleep at like I take a nap at around like 3 to 6, and then I sleep at 4 a.m. and then I wake up at like I wake up at 8. I'm like, ah, yeah, snooze, snooze me 15 minutes. I skip over that shit, and then I usually wake up at like 12, and I'm like, oh, well, fuck, dude.
you know what? Well, sleeping from 4 a.m. to 12 p.m. that is the mood, and that is my life. That's what I do every day. But moving on from our horrendous sleep schedules and how we should be going to bed earlier and how I should not be doing this stream at 1:30 in the morning on New Year's Day. There there was Impact Slammiversary events. Nothing of note there, I say, until I Google it and discover something like this was the event that Alex Shelley won the Impact World title. That is the event Alex Shelley won the Impact World title. I look stupid. How dumb am I? So Slammiversary saw Trinity beat Deanna Prazo for the Impact Women's or Knockouts World title, excuse me, and Alex Shelley beat Nick Aldis for the Impact World title because Steve Macklin had to vacate it due to injury.
Impact.
Yeah. Due to injury, I can't find. I don't want to read the whole Wikipedia article. Figure it out.
Just fact checkers and on hold for like the next stream we do. We need to go.
Oh wait, no, Alex. Sorry, my bad. Alex Shelley was already champion.
Oh shit.
When the fuck did Alex Shelley win the Impact World title?
I'm gonna skip over some.
Where's Casey when I need him? Casey would know when Alex Shelley won the Impact World title.
Someone in the comments, please. Fact check us.
Someone fact check me, please, for the love of God. I don't remember when Alex Shelley won the Impact World title. Oh my God, I'm clicking on his wiki. Okay, okay, it was Under Siege. He beat. Oh no, it wasn't. Sorry, no, I lied. It wasn't Under Siege. He won the. He won the title out Against All Odds in June.
I know that Chris Sabin won another title that night.
Yes, Chris Sabin was X Division champion, and then he lost it really quickly to Leo Rush, and then he won it back, and it was a whole thing. But I figured out it was June. He won it in June Against All Odds, which I forgot Against All Odds was in June. I thought Against All Odds was like beginning of the year. Anyway,
yeah,
not important. So that Shelley retained against Nick Aldis. Trinity won the Impact Knockouts title. Subculture, Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster defeated ABC, Moose, Rich Swan, or Brian Myers and Moose and Rich Swan and Sammy Callahan in a 4-way tag match for the Impact World Tag titles. Rush defeated Chris Sabin by pinfall after attacking him pre-match. That whole thing happened. Scott D'Amore teamed with Eric Young. This was Eric Young's first appearance in Impact in a while since they murdered him. They killed him, and then he went to WWE and worked backstage, and then left WWE, and then they're like, "Psych, he's alive. We didn't actually murder him.
Yeah, bitch.
It was all a ruse, an elaborate plot." And then Kushida won Ultimate X to become the Impact X Division champion, number one contender.
Yep.
Also on that exact same day, Slammiversary and One Night Dream happened on the same day, along with the G1 night one of the G1, which saw Taichi beat Osprey, and then the first night of the Tokyo Princess Cup, which saw Miyu Yamashita beat Mizuki, who is the Princess of Princess champion.
Yep.
And then also the same day, there was the FTR versus Bullet Club Gold 2 out of 3 falls match. And then On
And
July 15th, we're not done with July 15th, ladies and gentlemen. On July 15th, at Triple A's Triple Mania, El Hijo del Viquino defeated Kenny Omega for the Impact or the AAA Mega title.
is that all for July 15th?
That's all for July 15th. We're finished July 15th. Now it's time for July 16th.
Let's fucking go.
Nothing super big of note except for Jeff Cobb beating Naito. And also Mikey Nichols dropping Hinari on his head and making Kevin Kelly swear on commentary. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Kevin.
Other than that though, nothing super else of note. Oh, actually, Eddie beat Shingo Takagi. That I feel like that's also of a note to just sprinkle in there. Night 3 of the G1 happened the next day. Nothing catching my eye except for Suji and Narita fighting to a draw. And El Phantasmo having his match against Okada, which was like the day after his grandfather died. His grandfather died like super recently, close to his match against Okada.
Yeah, he had this promo where it was before he got the call his grandfather died before his match was over. And
was it like the day of the match against Okada?
The day of he got the call that his grandfather died.
Oh shit. Okay, I thought it was like the day before or something. Anyway, Phantasmo had a fantastic effort, but Okada being Okada wins. Lol.
Yep.
Next night,
Kaito versus Chase Owens. Fuck Chase Owens. All right.
Fuck Chase Owens.
Fuck Chase Owens.
Night 4.
Tama
Tonga beat Tomohiro Ishii, and Hinari beat Shingo.
Hinari beat Shingo.
That's about it.
About it.
That same day, Blood and Guts happened, which saw Kota Ibushi make his debut in All Elite Wrestling.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Blood and Guts match was the Blackpool Combat Club, Konosuke Takeshita, and Pac versus the Golden Elite, which was Bucks, Hangman, Kenny, and Ibushi. Hayata defended the GHC junior heavyweight title against Etsuke Aoyagi on the 20th.
That was the Shinjuku Face show,
right? Sunny Voyage. It was one of the Sunny Voyage shows. I don't remember which venue it was.
I remember like Ninja Mac delivering Stallion Rogers delivering like a gnarly German suplex on the counters on Shinjuku Face. And if you watch that match, if you watch it from the start, you will hear a Japanese boy screaming, shake his hand. And you may know who that Japanese boy is. Same guy that roasts his boss on the live stream.
Is it a Puroresu Japanese boy?
Puroresu Japanese boy.
Is it a Japanese boy? Is this Japanese boy in the room with you right now?
Probably depends. I don't know. I don't know who this Japanese boy is, but
it's a real mystery of who yelled shake his hand, shake his hand.
Shake his hand.
Moving on. Night 5 of the G1. This one saw Kaito and Umino fight to a draw. Ospreay beat Kenta, which in actually was like a surprisingly good match for Kenta standards.
Yeah, Kenta needs to, I guess, become. He's in his dad phase. Kenta's in his.
I've been wrestling for too long, so half my body has been mummified by tape and compression sleeves phase.
Yep.
he's going through it. Let's see what else happened on night 5. There's the draw. Okada beat Taichi. Sanada beat Tsuji. Same day, Death Before Dishonor took place. Which saw some matches such as the 4-way for the Ring of Honor tag titles. Saw Lucha Bros defending against Best Friends, Kingdom, and Aussie Open. Aussie Open winning the Ring of Honor tag titles, adding yet another title to their year It's actually insane of how good. If Aussie Open didn't get injured, as like because Kyle got hurt, and then or did Kyle? I think Kyle got hurt. Kyle
Davis
got
got hurt.
hurt.
Was it Davis that got hurt?
Davis got hurt twice.
He
If it
got
wasn't
hurt.
for the fact that this team, like they got like just fucked over with injuries in so many
Oh,
different
yeah.
scenarios, genuinely like tag team of the year, not even a competition, not an argument. Aussie Open's tag team of the year if they were able to stay healthy.
Stay healthy. Yeah, because they won the IWGP tag titles. They won the strong tag titles.
Won the strong titles, won the tag titles. Davis got injured. Won the ROH tag titles, lost them to Cole and
MJF.
And then they competed for the IWGP tag titles at Wrestle Dream against FTR, and Mark Davis got injured again. But Kyle's still had a really great year despite the injuries. I think this has been Kyle's best year singles wrestling. Shibata defended the Imperial title against Garcia. The Righteous Stu Grayson took on the Dark Order in a fight without honor, which saw the Dark Order turn heel. This match corrupted them. Claudio Castagnoli defended the ROH World title against Pac, and Athena versus Willow Nightingale main evented the pay-per-view, which saw Athena defending her Ring of Honor Women's title.
What else happened that month?
Yume Aoyagi defended the Triple Crown title against Hakuto Omori.
Don't worry.
DDT's Wrestle Peter Pan happened.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which saw Yuki Ueno fight Konosuke Takeshita. Daisuke Sasaki. Desperado. And, of course, the big one, Yuji Hino versus Chris Brooks, which saw Chris Brooks have his big moment of becoming the KOD Openweight champion.
Chris Brooks finally finished his story.
Add him to the meme.
Add to the meme. You may see Kid Lycos in the crowd that day. Oh yeah, Cheetan and Poketon. Holy fuck.
Oh yeah, the tag match that was like Cheetan and Poketon versus Andreza the Giant Panda and Strong Machine J.
Strong Machine and oh yeah, we skimmed over this one. Cardona versus, was it Mao that he won?
No, Mao faced Taka Michinoku on that show.
It was Cardona versus who was it again? Cardona versus,
I want to say Higuchi. No, it was for the
the Universal
title. Oh, sorry, the Universal title. Tetsuya Endo.
Tetsuya Endo, yes. I have a question for, like, is it normal for a wrestler to charge extra for a picture at a merch booth? Because that's where I busted my wallet for that month. Because of Matt Cardona. Is it normal? Because, like no fucking way a fucking picture costs like $15. Because, like.
So you took a picture with Cardona?
It was Cardona. I got a portrait. I got a portrait with Cardona. I got a portrait of Steph DeLanda. And then when I saw, like, can we take a picture? He was like, oh, that costs extra. And that's only with fucking Cardona. And Steph DeLanda's like, oh, if you only with me, you have to pay extra. I'm like, is that normal for American indie or like Western indies?
So it's normal in terms of like who the wrestler is.
Who's the wrestler?
Yes, in like Western wrestling, it's pretty normal if you go to like events and stuff like WrestleCon or whatever. It's normal that like the bigger names would charge extra for pictures and everything. Like if Cardona were to do a WrestleCon here, like, and like he was against like big names from like AEW and stuff, he would not be charging as much because he knows that his value isn't the same in the States. But because he was in Japan and well, he's a foreigner that had like is well known enough in Japan, then it makes sense that he would want to charge extra.
I see.
Long story short, yeah, it's normal that for them to charge extra.
That was my second time meeting Cardona. My first time was at SummerSlam 2019. at Toronto, where I got him to sign my probably worst purchase of my life, a 24/7 belt.
Oh no!
I was like, "Can I?" You gotta understand, Todoken, right? It's a wrestling shop, like the memorabilia.
Yeah.
Yeah. I called him up and was like, I got a 24/7 belt signed by like all these guys. How much are these worth? And these guys are Mustafa Ali, fucking Drake Maverick, Kurt Hawkins, and Zack Ryder. And then they're like, "Oh, how much can I sell this for?" I'm like, "It's in pristine condition, mate." And then they're like, "Ah, how much you want to sell?" Uh, a fucking 500 bucks max. I got like a shit ton of signatures on this. And they're like, maybe no, maybe no. 150? I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And then I'm like, why? And then they're like, okay, first off is mid card belt? Mid card belt? mid card mid card belt also like
Not even no. It's not even a mid card belt. It's a jobber belt.
also
they were they were
also
nice.
and also mid card wrestler, mid card wrestler. Mid card wrestler my ass. They got fired, dude. I'm like, motherfucker. So I'm stuck with this shit now.
I mean, if you try selling it now, it might actually work.
I got the universal belt. That got a lot of signatures, but I think that's the two WWE belt that I have in my arsenal. But I showed him the picture of the first time that I met him on my
Yeah.
phone, and then he was like, "Oh shit, you were so little." And then I had blonde hair back then. It was my fucking blonde hair. And then you'll see this on the YouTube video that he posted on his YouTube channel. You'll see little fat fucking Kyosuke at fucking SummerSlam Axis with the two figure guys of WWE.
Nice. Perfect.
Yeah.
Right on.
Right on.
But yeah, anyway. Moving on from Matt Cardona, because I think that's enough Matt Cardona talk for now. The same night as Wrestle Peter Pan was also the first night of the 5-star Grand Prix. This saw things such as Mariah May upsetting Azumi with her first match, Natsupoi beating Starlight Kid, Shuri and Suzuki. Shuri won. Hazuki Mayu Iwatani, which was won by Iwatani. Ciariano and Julia fighting to a draw, and the very unfortunate injury to Saya Kamitani that took her out for a majority of the rest of the year.
Yeah, that was sad. Yeah, because I mean, I wouldn't like to say karma, but she took out one of my favorite wrestlers. I mean, and she took out one of my favorite wrestlers. But it's sad. If Saya Kamitani wasn't injured for most of the year, I feel like she would have had a good year. If Saya
Kamitani didn't get hurt, then she probably would have won the 5-star Grand Prix and then the title. Like I feel like it was destined to happen.
Yeah. But wrestling, you never know. 5-star Grand Prix. What else?
Night 6 of the G1 took place. Eddie Kingston beat Hanare, Shingo, and Tomohiro Ishii went to town on each other, which was won by Shingo. Same night was the All Japan Tag Title match of Kento and Yuma Iwagi versus Hakuto Mori and Minoru Suzuki, which saw Kento and Yuma retain. Night 7 of the G1 happened a couple days later. Ospreay versus Great Khan. This was the first time ever these two fought.
I see. I believe so, yeah.
I don't think they ever had matches prior to this. I don't think there's ever a time where Great Khan was on the opposite side of the ring from Ospreay. Before this, there was Okada, Yoshihashi, Kaito Kiyomiya versus Sanada, which Sanada won. Okada beat Yoshihashi. Um, ELP Tangaloa. ELP won that one.
That was a match ELP
Um,
tried to take off his shirt, right?
hmm?
Because that was a match ELP tried to take off his shirt, right?
Yeah, that was
Tangaloa.
that match where they were like comparing like abs and stuff. That match is that was a great match. Night 8 of the G1, Ishii versus Eddie, which I know is a match that Eddie absolutely loved. Ishii won that one. Shane Haste beat Tetsuya Naito, which was a very huge upset. And then Jeff Cobb beat Zack Sabre Jr. He dominated the beginning of that tournament.
Yeah.
July 27th saw Night 9 of the G1 take place. Taichi beat Yoshihashi, and Will Ospreay finally beat Okada.
Ospreay also finished his story. Everyone finished their story in the summer.
Everyone finished their story except Cody Rhodes this year. It's
Rhodes.
very interesting.
Maybe he has to go back.
July 28th saw the semifinals of the Tokyo Princess Cup take place, which saw Yuki Arai beat Arisu Endo, and Miyu Yamashita beats Yuki. I think it was Yuki Kamifuku. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure. It was Yuki. That same day, FTR took on Better Than You Bebe for the AEW Tag Titles. FTR retained that one. Very good match. Very good kind of emotional stuff going on there. Mina Shirakawa upset Mirai in the second night of the 5-star Grand Prix, pinning the Wonder of Stardom champion. Shingo Takagi and Tama Tonga wrestled to a draw on July 30th.
Yeah. Wait, what? When who?
A lot happened in the month of July, which was a very busy month for just keeping up with all of wrestling as a whole. That's the Raw and G1 Climax I'm Googling up. I looked up 31 instead of 33 for some reason. Okay, and one victory started in August. That's what I thought. But yeah. Any other thoughts of things I potentially missed from
Probably not.
Oh, night 10 also had Yano defeating Jeff Cobb, which was the beginning of the downward spiral of Cobb in terms of him dominating the block.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, nothing else happened. Nothing much happened, didn't it? Except like the end.
No other things that I glossed over that we're gonna end up regretting or end up remembering when we're talking about August. Like shit, I forgot about this July.
Yeah. For July, did you have anything?
So with July, I actually got to meet a bunch of wrestlers. I got a chance to meet Killer Kelly. I got a chance to meet Jonathan Gresham. There was I met El Phantasmo a second time. Actually got to actually talk to him, which was it was a thing of like on the outside I was very cool and was like just chatting like he was a guy, but on the inside I was like, oh my god, I'm talking to El Phantasmo. I'm having a conversation with El Phantasmo. Oh my god. It's like freaking marking out on the inside, and on the outside it's just like yeah it's cool. We're cool here. I was wearing the Justin Davis United Empire shirt. Like the really expensive one. I went on my way and bought that one. I was wearing that one to that show, and El Phantasmo like actually like commented and was like, "Oh wow, this like actually like felt the shirt and stuff." I was like, "Wow, this is like really like nice fabric and everything. Like this is a really nice shirt." And I was like, "Yeah, this is like the really super expensive like Justin Davis United Empire shirt." It was like $50. I think with taxes, I think it came out to $100 Canadian.
Shit.
And I bought the shirt. It was like, yeah, I spent a fuck ton on the shirt. And then he showed me his the design he has on his like merchandise he has now. I don't think it was at the time out. I think he was still workshopping it, but he like showed me the logo, his new ELP logo that he's put on his merchandise. And like he complained a bit about how New Japan was making the logo really small on the shirts.
Yeah. Oh,
instead, because like he had like his like mock-up of like what it looked like on the shirt full size, and he was like, oh yeah, it's like, and then New Japan's like fucking me over, it's like making them like super fucking small. Like he complained about the shirts for a bit.
yeah.
Yeah, we talked about the shirts. I think this, yeah, actually this happened a couple days, like, what was this? This was about a week before the G1 that I got a chance to talk to him.
Yeah.
And he was actually telling me that because he had wrestled earlier in the indie show I was at, he actually told me that he fucked up his ankle during his match. It wasn't in a way where it affected him. It was a way like it twisted weird and it was hurting at the time.
Yeah.
And then he proceeded to just be like, "Yeah, I'm against Yoshihashi on the first night. Should be fucking easy." I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough, man. Yeah, Yoshihashi on the first night. That's not too hard. Just completely buried Yoshihashi to me personally.
Oh shit! But I think, yeah. Any other wrestlers you met, or
One last thing about El Phantasmo. He, after like the show had ended and everything, and like I like took a picture with him. He like did like he like took the picture, like did this. I was like, and then like I mentioned to him, was like, hey man, if like you like the shirt so much, you can give Will a call and see if he'll give you one of his own, like give you one, like he give you a United Empire shirt, and like you can join the group. And he just flat out yelled in the venue. There's like small like nightclub venue, just fuck the United Empire.
United Empire?
Just yelled it out. Oh, it's like fuck the United Empire, fuck the United Empire. I was like, all right, cool, all right, man.
Yeah.
Didn't have to do it like that, but damn.
For me,
but
yeah. How about you?
I don't think other than that, I don't think there was any other wrestlers I met. That it was just Killer Kelly, Gresham, Phantasmo. There's an indie wrestler who has an accounting gimmick.
An accounting gimmick.
Yeah, her Tara from Accounting was her name. She has an accounting gimmick. So before her match started, I yelled out, "Where's my GST rebate?" In Canada, we get like this like the tax return for GSTs like once every 4 months. So I like yelled out, I was like, "Where's my GST rebate, Tara?" And she like flips me off and then turns around and goes, "Get a fucking job first." Which hurt more because at the time I actually was unemployed. So she fucking so it was,
buried you.
She like fucking buried me right there and there. And then after the show I met her and took a photo with her. And she did like, because she was super nice about like out of character, like took a photo with her. John the Gresham actually took the photo for me, which is also super dope of him. We were talking afterwards and I mentioned it's like you didn't have to do me with the GST rebate. I was just trying to get a little bit of cash. And she was like, "Oh, that was you." I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Ah, fuck off." She's a shoot name. She said my shoot name because we were talking before, but she's just like, "Ah, fuck off." But yeah, I think that's all my story from July. Anything happened to you in July in terms of wrestling?
I also got to meet a shit ton of wrestlers. I got to hang out with Adam Brooks, who was touring Noah at the time. I took him to Ribera Steakhouse, which he told me a shit ton of stories about. Yeah, Adam Brooks, he's Foster. If there's any Aussies, Foster's no, not Foster. Foster's and VB. It's the two beers in Australia.
I'm currently texting Trent as we speak and seeing what he knows.
Trent, we need Trent.
We need Trent. Trent, help us. We need your Australian knowledge.
He was active like a few minutes ago. What the fuck, dude? So the guy, there was a long line at Ribera's that day, and we were lining up, and then he wanted to get the jacket, but sadly, like in Ribera, to get the jacket, the owner needs to give you the jacket. Like you can't ask for the jacket, and then like it's like the owner sees if you're like, I guess, jacket was he or whatever the fuck.
It's like, how many titles have you won? One?
Totally.
Man, not enough. You need at least 3.
And the owner wasn't there, but it wasn't the owner, but one of the staff came out and was like, "How many people?" And then he was like, "Ah," I was like, "Yeah, 3." And then the guy was like, "Oh, where are you from?" And then Adam was like, "Yeah, Australia." And then he was like, "Ah, AC/DC?" I'm like, "Yeah, AC/DC." And then he was wearing a Foster's beer hat, which Adam told me it's like tastes like shit or whatever. And then he's like, and then Adam completely went up to this fucking poor old man. And was like, "You like Foster's? You like Foster's? Ah, shit beer. Shit beer." And yeah, it was pretty fun. Adam gave the guy a free 8x10. Free 8x10.
Okay.
Yeah, steak was pretty nice. So yeah, he told me a lot of stories about wrestling. Then I met Adam Brooks. I met Mao for the first time, like at a meet and greet, and then we just sang like 2 bars of "I Miss You." Sang 2 bars of "I Miss You." I met Gabe Kidd, and Alex Coughlin, and I believe Matt Cardona and Steph Delander, like I said, and Shibata, Katsuyori
Oh,
Shibata. That was after his match with Daniel Garcia. He had a signing at one of the G1 shows. And then I done the gimmick to him where I pulled up Google Translate, like
yeah.
I done the gimmick
Yes,
to
perfect.
pulled up
Perfect.
Google Translate, and then I typed in congratulations on your match with Daniel Garcia, and just played it, and then I handed him the phone, and he was like, "Thank you very much," and then I'm like, "Do you dance?" And then he was like, "No." And I just straight up did the Daniel Garcia dance in front of him. He was like, "Fuck off." Like, fuck off. And then after he said fuck off, I actually like used my own words and went like, "Oh, thank you so much for what you did in wrestling. I hope to see you wrestle again." And then, "Oh, thank you so much," but still fuck off for Daniel Garcia. But yeah.
I like how you're like really like just like in the comedy shtick of the Google Translate, and then he told you fuck off, and you just completely dropped the gimmick. I was like, okay, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I love everything. Thank you so much for what you've done for wrestling. I'm so sorry.
So sorry.
Just dropped it.
But yeah, Shibata's a really nice guy to meet. Sadly, I didn't get a. Sadly, this was Japan, and unlike Kieran, I did not get to grab a picture with him. But still, if the opportunity comes, then grab me my phone. I'll pull up Google Translate again and tell him, "Can I get that picture with you?" But that's all.
But yeah, it's good to know that one episode of AEW with Shibata reflects real life. It wasn't a gimmick. It was a full-on shoot episode. Oh no.
No. Oh, damn. All right. I think that's all for July. Hey.
That's all for July. All right, let's jump into August. We're an hour into this and we covered 1 month. Oh boy.
Amazing live streamers.
Yeah. Like I said, the most scuffed stream of 2024, and no one can prove us otherwise until someone does a more scuffed stream.
Yeah.
Moving on with the Nights 11 of the G1, which took place August 1st. Greta Khan beat Yoshihashi. Big upset there. Sonata beat Gabe Kidd. Tsuji beat Shota Umino. Hanari beat, or that's August 2nd, Hanari beat Ishii. Naito beat Zack. And Shingo Takagi beat David Finlay. Just a few of the headlines from the first 2 shows of the month of August.
Yep.
There was Cerism 2 on August 4th, which saw a couple of good matches, such as Arisa Nakajima and Takumi Iroha versus Kairi and Sari.
Yeah.
Night 13 of the G1 happened August 5th. Tsuji versus Gabe Kidd, Tsuji won. August 5th episode of Collision, FTR took on Big Bill and Brian Cage in a defense of the AEW tag titles, and CM Punk faced Ricky Starks in a defense of the Real World Championship, which Punk retained.
August 5th,
Uh,
the A block final, the A block finals, was it? August
the
5th.
A block finals what did happen on the 13th.
It,
I got pulled back up the G1 again for,
August
to
5th,
see what else the card was.
the A block qualifying thing.
The final night of the A block was the 1st or 5th
First?
of August, excuse me,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, yeah, we forgot
Um,
to mention
5th
this.
of
That was the
August, that saw
fifth.
Suji beat Gabe Kidd, Renarito defeat Kaito Kiyomiya, Sonata defeat Chase Owens. At this point, Sonata had
Oh yeah,
the
Sonata
A
had
block like on lockdown.
Sonata was here's a fact about Sonata. During
Okay.
that match, Sonata actually fucked up his arm, his right arm, I think. So he had his little brace on his arm that match, and then that's why that match ended so quickly, because
Oh, okay.
he hurt his arm. I was with Fraser, which is close with wrestlers. He hurt his arm in the match before, and then when he went back, Hinare told him like Sonata fucked up his arm. So luckily, his next
Mhm.
match was Chase Owens, and that match just ended. He done the shit. He shot the shit. I think that ended with the O'Connor rule in like under 5 minutes. I think.
The match against Chase went 9-13.
9/13th. Yeah, it wasn't that long, but also that was the birth. That was the first. That was our first introduction of Tsuji's brother.
Yes.
Shota Tsuji. Yeah.
Yoda Suji's twin brother.
What is Shota
Right.
Tsuji?
Right, because Gabe Kidd and Coughlin were attacking people during their entrances during the G1. So Suji used his twin brother, which the guy's name? Yuta Suji?
So I think Shota Tsuji.
Shota
Shota
Suji. Guns
Shota Tsuji.
Guns is my fact checker for today.
Yes.
Shota Suji.
Shota Tsuji.
Which Gabe Kidd fell for because, well, no one knew that he had this twin brother. And yeah, which it also helps Suji win against Gabe. Hikuleo defeated Shobuna Umino, which a lot of people were not pleased about.
Yeah.
Because, well, I mean, come on. Shota. I don't know how you're gonna not have your be like, yeah, Reiwa Three Musketeers, and then not have any of the three of them in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
And put Hikuleo over all three of them. Like Hikuleo is a fine wrestler and everything, but like, come on, dog.
That might go for that might go good in the long run. Like in 10 years' time, there might be another episode of the recount where like fucking another guy that's not Kevin Kelly can be like, in 2023, all the Reiwa Three Musketeers win the same block, but sadly neither of them went up, and I think that might be the rise of the Musketeers.
Oh yeah, like they're definitely going to get better.
Because if we look back in history, like none of the Reiwa Three Musketeers were granted glory in the first year they were in, and then like the point where they were considered like aces of the company came out like years after their debut. So I feel like that might, in a few years, I think we'll see the rise of Shota, Ren, and Tsuji.
Oh yeah, like it's gonna take time. Like I don't think anyone like saw any of them get dubbed as Reiwa Three Musketeers to be like, okay, Renarita's winning the G1 or anything. But I think there was like a little bit of expectation that maybe one of them would make it out of the blocks and then get beat in the quarterfinals or something. And then like none of them made it out of the blocks.
Yeah, I think that's for A blocks. The next night.
The following night, quickly before we go into the G1, the N1 victory kicked off.
Oh yeah.
Which saw the very great match of Manabu Soya against Katsuhiko Nakajima. Soya won that one.
Soya won that one.
Yes. This tournament also, like as you mentioned, Adam Brooks was in it, but this also had from Dragon Gate Yuki Yoshioka, excuse me, and All Japan's Yuma Anzai.
And I forgot his name.
I just said it.
What is it? No. The Samoan guy.
Oh, Lance Anoa'i.
Lance Anoa'i.
Yep.
Fuck. If I had said if I had said what I was about to say, I would look like a total fucking nuthead. I would get smoked on Twitter. I was about to call out another name of the Anoa'i tree.
It was Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was in the in one.
I was about to say Solo Sikoa.
Oh,
Oh
that's
shit.
pretty bad. That's still
That's
not great.
not great. Like shit.
So yeah, Nakajima was insanely good. I 100% agree with this statement. That was probably like one of the best.
One of the best. Yeah, I think so.
I'm actually sorry. I'm just quickly looking through my ratings and seeing if it was one of the best matches of the entire tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apart, like I think arguably that might have been the best match of the tournament. Maybe the final one up to.
Yeah.
Oh God, I shouldn't have scrolled down because there's more. I just saw more tournament stuff from other tournaments. Let's see what else happened on August 6th. August 6th also saw match of the night for night one. Yes, like it was obviously match of the night for night one, but like I think you can make an argument that it might have been match of the tournament, depending on how you view the other matches. El Phantasmo versus Will Ospreay took place on August 6th, which saw Will Ospreay beat Phantasmo. I personally gave that match a 4.75.
I gave that match 5, dude. Get that match 5, dude.
I thought
And
that
yeah,
that
after
was
the
it was either 4.75 or 5, so
after the
interchangeable.
that's when Phantasma joined GOD, right? After the match, Tanga Loa and Tamatonga went up to
I don't
Phantasma.
think it was like right after the match. I think it was like
Those backstage comments, wasn't it? I remember it being like
oh,
backstage. Yeah.
I think it was one of those things where like he wasn't like formally like brought into the group, but like
Yeah.
after the match, like Tomatonga came up to him and was like, "Hey, buddy, you did
But
good, kid. Let's have a drink. Let's go get a drink."
yeah.
Kind
That
of
kind of
thing.
stuff.
Yeah, I
What
think that
else?
was what happened.
What else happened that night? I remember like
Uh,
who that Osprey qualified because he won that match, obviously.
Ospreay beat Phantasmo and qualified to the quarterfinals. Okada beat Tonka to the shock of no one and qualified to the quarterfinals. Great Khan beat Taichi, which I don't think a lot of people expected. And
Oh,
then Kenta beat Yoshihashi.
Yoshihashi. Oh yeah. Here's I'll smoke Tangaloa for a second. Tangaloa, please stop doing like the fucking corner thing that you do. You know the chop this thing that he does to like
Oh, like the chop uppercut kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. Tangaloa, please. It's painful to watch. It's painful to watch. It at least
Just do
make
machine gun chops, man.
at
Like
least
do
make
machine gun chops.
yeah, at least make it like look good. It doesn't. It's painful to watch, especially when you're doing it against a guy like Okada. Stop. It's
Yeah. Now we're shooting on Tongaloa.
yeah.
That same night as the B Block finals, there was also more action in the night in the 5-star Grand Prix. Natsuko Tora upset Shuri.
Mm.
Also, meanwhile, in All Japan, there was Yume Aoki versus Swama for the All Japan Triple Crown title. Yume Aoki retained. A couple days later, on August the 8th, was the C Block finals for the G1. This saw Tomohiro Ishii defeat Mikey Nichols, Tama Tonga defeat Hinare, David Finlay defeat Eddie Kingston, and Evil defeat Shingo Takagi.
Shit.
I don't.
No comment.
No comment. I want to burn. Let's just burn the tape of the G1.
Yeah.
Let's just burn the tape of the quarterfinals and actually burn the tape of the final night of C Block quarterfinals and then Okada versus Evil for the semifinals.
Yeah. Burn those.
Burn all those tapes. No one needs to know they exist. That took place. Same night was night 6 of the 5-star Grand Prix, which saw results such as Natsupoi Shuri wrestle to a draw and Mayu Itani defeat Suzu Suzuki. Next night was the second night of the N1 Victory Tournament. Yuma Enzive took on Go Shiozaki. Go won that one. And Yuki Yoshioka took on Jake Lee. Jake Lee won that. And then August 9th saw the Deep Block Final matches that took place. Alex Coughlin beat Toriano in 5 minutes. Jeff Cobb versus Shane Hayes ended in a double countout, which is the second time in 3 years that Jeff Cobb missed out on a G1 knockout stage because of a countout.
First time was
First time was 2021.
Yujiro, was it?
Yujiro grabbed his leg while he was trying to get back in the ring, and he got counted out. Yujiro was like under the ring. 2022, he got beat by Okada on the final night, couldn't qualify, and then he got counted out again in this tournament. Stop it! Why can't Jeff Cobb have nice things? What is the problem with Jeff Cobb having nice things?
Jeff Cobb's insanely over in Japan as well.
He's insanely over, is like you said, and they're just like, nah, count out. You don't even make it. We're gonna protect you with a count out for the second time in 3 years.
Give Jeff Cobb a break, please.
Someone give Jeff Cobb a big hug. I think Jeff Cobb deserves a break and a big hug. Zack Sabre Jr. defeated Hiroki Goto, and Naito defeated Tanahashi. Both of them making it into the quarterfinals. Other events of August 9th include Rob Van Dam making his All Elite Wrestling debut against Jungle Boy Jack Perry in a FTW title match, with Perry won. And then we saw the next day was the quarterfinals for the G1. This saw Naito defeat Hikuleo, surprise to no one. Ospreay defeat David Finlay, surprise to no one. Evil defeating Sonata, burned the tape. And Okada defeating Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah, we have fun, he said, through gripped teeth. Through clenched teeth. I don't think anything happened in the undercard. El Phantasmo started teaming with GOD around that time. Other than that, though, nothing of too much importance.
Yeah.
And then that same day was... Sorry, gotta get a yawn. That same day, August 10th, was night 3 of the N1 Victory, which saw Yuma Enzai versus Manabu Soya, which Yuma Enzai upset Manabu Soya. Katsuhiko Nakajima against Hio del Dr. Wagner Jr. Nakajima won that one. Yoshiki and Nomura versus Keno. Keno won that. And then also outside of Noah was Stardom's 7th night of the 5-star Grand Prix, which saw Natsupoi pin Mayue Utani, who IWGP Women's Champion.
Yeah.
August 11th, night 4 of the N1. Nothing super of note here except for like the match of Yoshiki Inamura versus Masa Kitamiya, which Kitamiya won. And then we get into August 12th. August 12th was the semifinals for the G1. Okada defeating Evil to the surprise of no one, and Tetsuya Naito defeating Will Ospreay, which was to the surprise of no one, but also to the surprise of many.
Yeah, honestly, I was like, yeah, this might be Naito's year, but like by Ospreay's contract, I thought Ospreay would win this one, but
this G1 was interesting because it was a lot of like, even before the tournament started, like New Japan Cup season, people were saying that this was Naito's G1 to lose.
Yeah.
This was probably the most like everyone and their mother knew the result of the tournament before the tournament even happened. Yeah. There was, of course, concern with Naito because Naito was showing signs of concussion during the semifinal match against Ospreay. Yeah. There was a few moments where he like slipped over, fell, and then Ospreay kicked him a couple times where like he really took the kick.
Yeah.
So like it was a really good match, and there was times, especially with how Naito was acting towards the end due to his concussion like symptoms.
Yeah,
I thought Osprey was going to win the match, and then Naito turned it around and won.
just
And we got Okada versus Naito in the G1 final the
finals.
following night.
Holy night.
Um, August 12th also had some other moments, such as House of Black defending the trios titles against CMFTR, and the Tokyo Princess Cup final of Yuki Kamifuku versus Miyu Yamashita.
Who won that
Did
one?
I label a match wrong in July? No. Did I?
No.
I don't think I did.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Probably.
I might have scuffed something again. Ladies and gentlemen, we might we might be a bit scuffed again. I need to double check this. I actually might have fucked up. I think. Oh, okay. So that match that I mentioned I thought was between Endo, Yuki Arai, and Arisu Endo. That's actually it was the quarterfinal match, not a semifinal match. I don't know why I have it listed on here as a semifinal match.
Yeah.
The quarterfinal matches, which took place on the 12th of August, was Miyu Mashita versus Yuki Arai, which Miyu won, and then Yuki Kamifuku versus Rika Tatsumi.
All right.
Did I fuck up?
If you
I'm
did,
getting I'm getting vibes of you fucked up chants.
You fucked up chants.
There should be some you fucked up chants ringing throughout the Corkin Hall, right? Or it's ringing throughout the Wrestle Inn stream right about now. When was the final? I think I actually might have just botched this. This is what happens when you stay up until 4 a.m. constantly. You just completely fuck up.
Yeah.
Writing shit down.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the 13th of the final. Yeah, I think I just put the wrong date on here.
Yeah.
So the 12th was the semifinals. The 13th was the final of the Tokyo Princess Cup, which saw Yuki Kamifuku versus Miyu Yamashita. I had the final right. I just had it on the wrong date on my sheet.
Yeah.
Classic blunder of mine. But before the final, there was a couple of other matches. Night 8 of the 5-star Grand Prix saw Hanan versus Azumi, which saw Hanan upset Azumi, and Mina Shirakawa versus Julia, which saw Mina upset Julia. And then over in Mexico was Triple Mania 31 Mexico City. The AAA Mega Championship was defended by El Hijo de Viquino in a 4-way against Speedball Mike Bailey, Daga, and Jack Cartwheel. He came out there, the winner. August 13th, which was the actual day of the Tokyo Princess Cup final, also saw Stardom's Stardom X Stardom show. This had the team of Rose Gold, which was Mina Shirakawa and Mariah May. They were the champions. I think they won. Yes, they beat the New Eras earlier in July. I think it was either July or August that I think it was July. Beat them for the titles, and then at that event, Natsupoi and Sari Anu defeated Rose Gold for the Gods of Stardom titles. Same night, Miyu Iwatani defended the IWGP Women's title successfully against Utami Hayashishida, and Tam Nakano successfully defended the World of Stardom Championship against Megan Bain. Also, on the August 13th, G1 final, we saw Naito once again win the G1 against Okada. And then now he's going to be main eventing the Tokyo Dome in a few days.
Yeah.
With the G1 wrapping up at this point, what was your match of the tournament for the G1?
Match of the tournament, I would like to go to Osprey versus Naito for Osprey versus Naito semifinals.
Fair.
Yep.
Very
How about
fair.
you? Yeah.
I'm split. I think in terms of both matches were really good. I really liked Naito Osprey. I really liked Osprey versus ELP. I give the edge to Osprey ELP though because the Naito concussion stuff was iffy.
Oh yeah,
So
true.
I do
But
give that edge to them just because I have them both at like the same rating, but I prefer that ELP versus Osprey match more. Also happening on the 13th of August was Saki Kai's 10th anniversary show. That's the main event saw her teaming with Maya Yuki and Asuka Veni versus Takumi Iroha, Rina Yamashita, and Shoko Nakajima. Akai's team won.
Yep.
A couple days later was more of the 5-star Grand Prix, night 9. Hazuki vs. Shuri. Shuri won that one. Mayo Itani and Tam Nakano wrestled to a draw. And Azumi beat Utami Hayashishita.
Yep.
TJPW's Inspiration Show happened on August 17th, which saw Shoko Nakajima versus Miyu Yamashita. Yamashita won that one. The N1 victory continued on the August 19th, night 5, which had the match of Katsuhiko Nakajima versus Yuma Anzai. Nakajima won that match, of course. Well, I should say of course, but like, unsurprisingly. The Royal Road tournament for All Japan kicked off on the 19th as well. This saw multiple first round matches of it. Luckily, this one was not a round robin tournament. This was just a regular like bracket tournament. Thank God. I did not have to want to deal with another month-long tournament.
Yeah.
Kento Miyahara and Yuma Aoyagi defended the All Japan tag titles against Yuji Nagata and Ryuki Honda. Also that same day in Philadelphia was the All-Star Junior Festival US. That saw a bunch of matches happen.
It's the Philly cheesesteak match.
The longest fucking name I have ever seen for a ladder match in my life.
Like, what was the full name of that match?
I am pulling up the full name because it was sponsored by a local cheesesteak shop in Philly. So the full name of the match, where is it? Oh wait, actually hold on. This might have happened on Multiverse United too. Yes, the Philly cheesesteak match happened in Multiverse United 2. To whom the bell tolls.
To whom the bell tolls. And it was sponsored by a local cheesesteak. Fucking
yeah. Wrestling.
Wrestling.
Okay.
To a local cheesesteak shop. Oh yeah, found it. Yep.
It happened on. Did not happen on this?
What? Nope, never mind. Not this. Oh yeah, Pat's King of. Oh yeah, found it. Pat's King of Steaks. Cheesesteak Cup 3-way tag ladder match. What the fuck?
10 out of 10 name. No notes. No notes whatsoever.
Yep. Doki and Lowrider won that. Doki and Lowrider won that one.
Oh, I realized why I couldn't find it. It's because I was looking at the All-Star Junior Festival that happened in March instead of the one that happened in July or August. I mean,
August.
That's why I couldn't find it. That makes more sense.
Match won by sandwich acquisition. It says on
by sandwich acquisition. Oh my! No one read that to Zach. That's what he's gonna fucking name that one of his like submission of the week holds. So he's gonna make it really British and do like beans on toast sandwich acquisition or something. Oh my goodness. Anyway, moving on out of the All-Star Junior Festival. Dragon Gate on August 20th had their Dangerous Gate show, which saw some title matches happen. I don't think there's any of note title changes on this show. August 20th was the Multiverse United 2 show, which saw Hiroshi Tanahashi versus... No, that was the first one. Who did actually fight on? I think it was Motor City Machine Guns.
Shit, it's the Guns versus. It was What was it?
No,
Oh
it
yeah,
was Alex Shelley versus Tanahashi.
Shelley versus Tana. Yeah.
Okay, no, I thought it was the March one. Okay, no, I was wrong. Okay, that was main evented by Tanahashi versus Alex Shelley. There was also the 4-way match for the Strawn women's title. Julia defeating Giselle Shaw, Deonna Purrazzo, and Momo Kogo in that match.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
12-man tag, which saw Bullet Club, Kenta, ABC, War Dogs, and Dave Finley taking on the World.
The world.
El Phantasmo, the DKC, Josh Alexander, PCO, and GOD. That match was won by Bullet Club, of course. Trey Miguel and Leo Rush teamed up against Hiromu Takahashi in Speedball, which Trey and Leo won. That's about all the headlines I got for that. Royal Road Tournament Night 2 took place on the 21st. Yeah. Sorry, were you going to say something?
No, nothing. No.
No, you're good? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm just breezing through, so I didn't know if I was like stopping you from sharing any thoughts or opinions.
I'm fine. Not much happened.
Not much going on. It's just a lot of title shit going on in the month of August. Yeah. The Royal Road Tournament officially kicked off on the 21st, which saw Kenta Miyahara beat Atsuki Aoyagi, the brother of Yuma, and Ryuki Honda beat Yuma Aoyagi, which was a huge upset with Yuma being the champion at the time. Second round took place the following night. That saw Swama beat Hayato Tamura, Shuji Ichikawa beat Dan Tamura, and then Ryuki Honda beating Kento Miyahara. And over the course of both nights, Honda had beaten both halves of the tag champions, the current Triple Crown Heavyweight Champion, and Miyahara, who was the Triple Crown Heavyweight Champion earlier in the year.
Yep.
He was absolutely going ham in the start of that tournament.
Yeah.
Night 7 and the N1 victory took place on. Oh, actually, before we get to Night 7, on August 25th, there was a CD line-in show, the 8th anniversary show, which saw Arisa Nakajima take on Sari. I think Arisa Nakajima was defending the title, the Beyond the Sea Championship in that match. This saw Sari win the championship in a very good match. I think I rated this one 5 stars.
I did not.
Those absolutely crazy good matches that was on a CD linen show of all places. N1 Victory Night 7 took place. Big match happened, and that one was Go Shiozaki versus Manabu Soya, which went to a time limit draw. August 26th had the night 11 of the 5-star Grand Prix. This saw Mirai beat Julia and Maika defeat Utami Hayashishida.
Yep.
Also on August 26th was Rev Pro's 11th anniversary show. This was the night before All In.
This is Ospreay.
The only matches really of mention from this show is Luke Jacobs versus Tomohiro Ishii, which Ishii won, and also Shingo versus Ospreay, which Ospreay won. Arguably the weakest match they've had.
Yeah, it's probably the weakest one. I would.
Still a really good match, of course, but definitely not their best.
The best, yep.
Also on this night, Kieran stole El Phantasmo's New Japan Strong Openweight tag titles. Which what the fuck, Kieran?
Fuck Kieran. He got in a bit of an altercation with David Finlay as well, didn't he?
He got an altercation with David Finlay where David Finlay told him his tattoos look like shit, and he was like, "Bro, look at yours." Stole El Phantasmo's title, and then got called Clarin on commentary by Gideon Gray. And then during the main event, he was this is a little tidbit from the Into the Wrestleverse podcast. During the main event, he was sharing rugby scores because the Rugby World Cup was happening during this show.
Yeah.
It was like New Zealand versus Ireland or something in the game, and he was talking with Hanare about the rugby scores and him just distracting the rest of the United Empire from Ospreay's match, talking about rugby. Absolutely incredible.
Incredible.
August 27th,
All
the
in.
night 8 of the N1 victory took place. There's some other things that happened on August 27th, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Katsuhiko Nakajima took on Go Shiozaki. Axis implodes. Shiozaki won that match. Keno beat Jake Lee, which was Jake Lee's first pinfall. I think it was first loss period actually in Noah since he signed.
Yeah.
Huge one for that.
Yes.
Keno won the A block for that one. Go's win over Caddy earlier in the night caused him to actually have to have a tiebreaker match against Manabu Soya for the B block, which Go won that match, and then the final set of Keno versus Go Shiozaki. Meanwhile, that same night, over in All Japan, Satoshi Kojima beat Ryuki Honda in the Royal Road final to get a Triple Crown Heavyweight Championship match at their next big show. Also on the 27th was the 12th night of the 5-Star Grand Prix. Natsuko Tora taking on Natsupoi. Tora won that match. And the big show on the 27th, All In, AEW's All In, the big record-setting big show that had Mercedes Moné in attendance.
Yeah.
Headline matches from that show includes Punk versus Mojo for the Real World Championship. It's Real Glass, Crimea River. Just Robinson, Jay White, and Konosuke Takeshita versus Hangman Page, Kota Ibushi, and Kenny Omega. Takeshita pinning Omega in the match. FTR versus the Young Bucks for the AEW tag titles. FTR retains. Stadium Stampede, Best Friends, Eddie Kingston, and Penta El Zero versus the Blackpool Combat Club, Mike Santana and Ortiz. Swerve Strickland and Christian Cage versus Sting and Darby Allin in a coffin match. Jericho versus Ospreay. Ospreay won that one. Sting and Darby won the coffin match. And then the Best Friends, Eddie, Penta, Group 1, Stadium Stampede. And the main event, MJF versus Adam Cole. Which kept the bromance alive. The bromance was alive and well after their main event match All In. Callbacks galore, shirts for each other, 5 more minutes, with Max going, no, we're going to go until one of us wins in fucking Wembley. And yeah, All In, big show, huge successful show.
This was when Emi Sakura got fucked over, wasn't it?
This was the show that Emi Sakura got fucked over.
By
Saraya entering to Queen.
What song did she enter in again?
We Will Rock You.
We Will Rock You. Yeah, of course.
The most basic Queen song you can enter to, just in front of We Are the Champions.
I think.
Come at me, Twitter.
Come at me. She could have entered to anything else, and she chose We Will Rock You. And
then Tony Storm entered to the UK national anthem, which was also fantastic.
That was fantastic. Yeah, basically, All In is a gathering for all the Wrestle Inn members based in the UK.
Yep. Big moment for all of them being able to come all in together. All together at All In. We're fun with wordplay here on the Wrestle Inn Year in Review Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. Anything of note happened to you personally wrestling personally in terms of August?
Go through. August. August. I bumped into Kevin Kelly and Eddie Kingston in the middle of the street in Osaka.
Very nice.
Yeah. And what else happened in August? It's slightly wrestling related. I got to Togi Makabe. Togi Makabe showed up at a music festival that I was at. Where I saw he was one of the announcers during the sets, in the middle of the sets. He was like, "Hey, how are you guys having fun or whatever?" It was before some Japanese artist that was camping because I wanted to see Fall Out Boy. which yeah, there's more wrestling and music stuff to come, but I remember that day getting really fucking tan because I forgot to put on sunscreen and getting trampled by a Kendrick Lamar mosh pit.
Oh, the best kind of mosh pits.
Those kind of mosh pits.
Kendrick Lamar, best kind of mosh pit.
How about you? Anything happened in August?
I don't think there was anything wrestling related in August. This is when I look through my camera roll and double check.
Does Barbie count?
Barbie does count. I actually, real talk though, no, it does count because John Cena was in the movie. So, like, in a way, yes, it does. Yes, this happened. That was July. This happened in September. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, nothing wrestling related. Big wrestling related things happened to me in September or in August. I mean, September. However, September was a very interesting month. First big thing that happened right off the block: CM Punk was fired from All Elite Wrestling.
Fuck yes! Fuck yeah!
Yeah, baby.
He's gone. Now he's at fucking WWE now.
This is the part where Alex wakes up and joins the stream in celebration that we mentioned CM Punk getting fired.
Fuck yeah. Fuck that guy. But like that, yeah, but like that shit got a lot of traction. I feel like I remember Tony Khan getting booed out the building in Chicago, didn't he?
I don't think he did.
I remember like some. It was before a Collision show, and then on the monitor he was like, I felt genuinely scared for my life or some shit, and
it was a good thing he addressed the crowd and like addressed it publicly, the firing of Punk. But at the same time, though, did you really fear for your life, dude? Did you really think Punk was about to murder you in cold blood backstage?
And months later, he says, "We have the safest locker room in all of wrestling."
To be fair, that safe locker room thing was about like, you know, being able to openly talk to each other more than physically safe. Physically safe's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. Well, Punk got fired.
Punk got fired. That was a big opening thing that happened right before that weekend in Chicago. I don't think he was booed out of the building, Tony. I think it was very much like a mixed reaction where there was people who were booing him, but there's a lot of people who like, you know, understood the situation. Yeah. And like that it had to happen.
Yeah.
But other things that happened in July. Wow, holy shit! I'm an hour and a half behind apparently. Things that happened in September. More of the 5-star Grand Prix night 14. Azumi beat Mina Shikawa. There was 5-star Grand Prix special happened on the 3rd. We're gonna hit a shit ton of stuff on the 3rd. So I'm just gonna open right now saying September 3rd was my birthday, and so much shit happened on my birthday. It's oh my god, we're gonna be on September 3rd for a bit. So we're gonna kick off September 3rd with the 5-star Grand Prix special that happened from Stardom, which had matches such as Momo Watanabe versus Utami Hayashishida. Utami won that one. Shuri and Mayu Iwatani. Shuri pinning Mayu. All Japan's Giants Night 2 of Giants series happened. This had Ryuki Honda versus Atsuki Aoyagi, Kenta Miyahara versus Hokuto Omori, and Yume Aoki defending the Triple Crown Championship against Satoshi Kojima. Aoyagi defended the title. Kento beat Omori. Honda beat Aoyagi, which is what you expect from a heavyweight versus junior heavyweight fight. The N1 victories final night happened. This saw a 4-way elimination lucha match between Dragon Bane, Alejandro, Alpha Wolf, and Ninja Mac. Dragon Bane won that match. And then, of course, the N1 victory final of Go Shiozaki versus Keno. Why do I have Shiozaki won this? Hold on. I was just looking at it and I saw like winner Shiozaki and I was like, no, that's not right. Let me fix that.
All right.
Keno winning the N1 victory final. And then also actually this match was like super fucking good and was a dark horse match of that weekend with everything that day that everything that happened between Stardom, Noah, All Japan, and AEW. Natsupoi and Sarianu defended the Goddess of Stardom championship, against Suzuki, and Mesa. Oh shit! Oh. Right, yes, right. Oh my god, I completely retconned the Go Shiozaki and Jake Lee match.
Fuck.
I completely just retconned it from my brain. I just went to Keno versus Jake. Oh, we're scuffed, but we're having fun, and that's what really matters, folks.
Yep.
Anyway, so yeah, no, Shiozaki did win the N1 victory. My brain went, no, he didn't. Keno won it. But no, Go Shiozaki did win the N1 victory final and challenged Jake Lee for the GHC Heavyweight Championship. All Out took place. All Out was very much a show where a lot of people weren't too keen going into it because it was a week after All In and none of the card really got announced
until the day before.
Until about like the Dynamite before. But hey, it was a fine pay-per-view. Better Than You Bebe defended the ROH tag titles against Dark Order, or really I should say Adam Cole defended the ROH tag titles against Dark Order because MJF was out for most of the match with a neck injury. Following that match, though, walking up the ramp, Samoa Joe gave him a big old shove, which caused him to rush the ring and start fighting Joe, which was a bad idea. Joe beat Shane Taylor, retaining his ROH TV title. Luchasaurus took on Darby Allin for the TNT title. Luchasaurus retaining that one. He won that title on an episode of Collision.
I think
it was Collision. I think it was an episode of Collision back in August. Anyway, Power Hobbs versus Miro had a fun meat match, which Miro won. And MX apologized to me for not feeling the vibe of the meat. And then she understood. She pinged me in the server and was like, you know what? I'm sorry. I get it now. I understand now. I get it. It all makes sense. Rick Starks versus Bryan Danielson in the strap match, which Danielson won. Kenny Omega versus Konosuke Takeshita, which Takeshita won, and then nothing happened afterwards, which is still very disappointing. Bullet Club Gold versus the Bucks and FTR. Bullet Club Gold won that match. And then the main event, the AEW International Championship match, Orange Cassidy versus Jon Moxley. Moxley defeats Cassidy to become the AEW International Champion. This was a really good David versus Goliath match.
Yeah.
Moving on out of the third, all that happened on one day. Happy birthday to fucking me. September 8th, Zack Sabre Jr. defended the New Japan World TV title against Ryohei Oiwa. All Japan had their third night of the Giant Series, which saw a special Joshi match, Unagi Sayaka and Sari taking on Sarianu and Kairi, which Anu and Kairi won. And then that same night, Kenta Miyahara took on Yuma Anzai, which Miyahara won. And then the following day was DDT's Big Bang Show. This saw a DDT Extreme Championship and Iron Man Heavy Metalweight Championship match. Naruki Doi versus Kazuki Hirata. This was a Kazuki Hirata death match where the rule of the death match was that they both had to wrestle like Kazuki Hirata. It was fucking incredible. The big thing I remember from this match was the very beginning of the match, before the match, because like they had like 3 judges who knew Hirata really well, so they're able to judge if Doi did anything that Hirata wouldn't have done. The very first thing that happened before the match even started, Doi got buzzed already for being wrong because he wore his own gear to the ring. And Hirata was just like, Naruki, what are you wearing? What is this? This is not the traditional uniform of Hirata deathmatch. And Naruki Doi's response was, but I'm Doi. And then they gave him a set of Hirata's ring gear. So they both wrestled the match in the same ring gear.
Hilarious.
It was so good. Anytime Doi hit a big wrestling move, like one of those like big like shoulder tackle kind of wrestling moves that would knock Hirata down, they would buzz him for being wrong because Hirata doesn't have the force or muscle to be able to hit a shoulder tackle like that and force someone down. He's built like a bubble. Naruki Doi won the match at one point, and they buzzed him for being wrong because Hirata would never go for a win. He's not a wrestler; he is an entertainer. So they forced the match to restart, and Naruki Doi had to do the Hirata like Tokyo Go dance, which then Hirata rolled up Doi in during the dance and won the match. I love DDT. DDT is great when DDT's on his shit. This is a match where like it's not like the best wrestling match, but it's a fucking really funny match, and people should go out of their way to find it. Big Bang, September 9th, 2023. It's not subtitled or anything, of course, so like you might have to go find the DDT English post. That's how I knew about the Doi stuff and like what the judges were saying and everything, but still really good match. Also taking place on the September 9th Big Bang, Yukio Ueno and Mao teamed up against Daisuke Sasaki and Konosuke Takeshita. Takeshita teaming with Sasaki following his match against I think it was Yuki in August. No, or July, I should say. Recipe pad. Yeah. After post show, he had a excuse me. He had a conversation with Sasaki, and then they teamed up against Ueno and Mao for DT Big Bang. KOD Openweight Championship match. Chris Brooks successfully defended against Shigehiro Iri. And then Zack Sabre Jr. being the fucking madman he is, just a whole day after defending the world title or world TV title against Oiwa, he said, fuck it, we'll do it live, and defended the TV title against Satoshi Kojima.
Yeah, that's the backstage comments on that.
Yeah. Kojima was just trying to figure out where the fuck the bathroom was, man. And then he's like, okay, yeah, you get a title match. And then Kojima was just like, what? No, I don't want a title match. I just want to take a shit. Where's the toilet?
Why, bread man? You like bread? You like bread? How about you like a title match instead? And the next
no, I don't want a title match. I want the toilet. Great. There was what was the thing? There was a thing that happened that caused like the card to get shifted around.
Someone got,
and that's
Bolton.
I think it was. This was when what was it? I think it was when Oleg was supposed to have that world title TV, like the TV title match.
The meat one. Oleg won the meat battle royale. They had in
they had like the Young Lion battle royale or something, and then Bolton Oleg won that. But then he had like a staph infection on his wrist or something, so because of that he had to miss out on the match. So that's why they brought in Oiwa and also Kojima.
Yep.
Also during that show, there was the never openweight 6-man tag titles defended. It was the Dream Team and Ishii, as I have dubbed them, Dream Team Shii, versus Team Dad of Togi Makabe, Tiger Mask, and Hiroshi Tenzan. He was very mad at Ishii, and that's how this match came to be. Yep. Night 15 of the 5-star Grand Prix also took place on September the 9th. Soriano pinned Mirai. Suzuki beat Tam Nakano, which was huge. She being the World of Stardom champion, and Julia defeated Maika. The AEW Grand Slam World Title Eliminator Tournament kicked off on that Dynamite, on the September 6th Dynamite, continued into the Collision. Roderick Strong beat Darby Allin in a semifinal match during that tournament. And then the following Dynamite, Samoa Joe beat Roddy to get the chance to challenge for the AEW World Title at Dynamite Grand Slam. Also, the prior, actually, I think it might have been the Collision. No, it was that Dynamite. That Dynamite saw the return of Jade Cargill following her loss of the TBS title to Chris Statlander, Double Nothing. The Rampage was their rematch, which Chris Statlander successfully retained, and that would also be Jade's last match in an AEW ring, as she was signed with WWE just a few days later.
And they still yet to use her.
They still have yet to let her wrestle a match. She made 3 appearances, like when they first signed her, to get a rating pop, and then she's had like sporadic appearances since. I think she's maybe made another 3 appearances since. I have no clue.
Did she even make an appearance? All I remember is that
The appearances were like, it was like she showed up at a Fastlane, like the Fastlane pay-per-view, where she just like walked in and then shook Triple H's hand, and that was the only thing I saw of her. And then she was on an episode of NXT where she walked in and shook Shawn Michaels' hand, and that was the only thing I saw of her. And then she was on an episode of SmackDown where she got face to face with Charlotte, and then that was the last thing I saw of her. And then she was on the episode of Raw where she got face to face with Becky, and that was the only thing I saw of her. She's hasn't wrestled yet because apparently she's still working out the kinks in the Performance Center, which is sure, I guess.
Yeah,
It's whatever. Get her more into the WWE style of wrestling, I guess. That's fine. But anyway, moving on. 5-star Grand Prix Night 16, September the 16th. Natsupoi versus Hazuki. Hazuki pinning Poi. Night 17 on the 17th of September. Suzu Suzuki beating Amy Saray. September 17th also saw Namichi Marufuji's 25th anniversary show, which had Marufuji versus Ospreay. This was a big match for both of them, specifically Ospreay, considering how much he has named Marufuji as his big inspiration of getting into wrestling alongside TNA.
Yep.
And how he's like 90% of his wrestling style is based off of Marufuji's wrestling style.
Yep.
The night 18 of the 5-star Grand Prix saw Miya Shirakawa beat Momo Watanabe. Night 19 had a 5-star Grand Prix. Shuri beat Tamanaka beating Shuri. 5-star Grand Prix needs to stop having so many shows because holy shit. Oh my god. September 20th, AEW Dynamite Grand Slam took place. There was a Ring of Honor World and New Japan Strong Openweight title match, title versus title of Claudio versus Eddie. Eddie finally getting his moment of becoming the Ring of Honor World Champion, also beating Claudio. Moxley taking on Rey Fenix for the AEW International title. Phoenix won the match. Because I don't think it was supposed to happen. Moxley did get concussed during that match. And then the AEW World Title match saw MJF defend against Samoa Joe, with Adam Cole destroying his ankle, jumping off the ramp. That ramp was 2-0 on Dynamite Grand Slam for injuries.
Yep.
September 21st, Ring of Honor, the Ring of Honor Pure title was defended. Shibata defending against Nick Wayne. Nice. Just a little like good match for Nick Wayne. September the 22nd, Rampage Grand Slam saw the Mogul Embassy versus the Hun Bucks for the ROH 6-man tag titles. Hun Bucks winning the titles. September 23rd, Yume Aoki versus Ryuki Honda for the Triple Crown title. Yume Aoki defending that title. That was Giant Series Night 6. September 23rd episode of AEW Collision. TNT title match, 3-way title match, Luchasaurus versus Darby Allin versus Christian Cage. This was the official start to Christian Cage's reign as the TNT champion. September 24th had DDT's Who's Gonna Top show, including Mao versus Konosuke Takeshita and Chris Brooks defending his Kyoto Openweight title against Saki Akai. Also on September 24th was G's not a company. I'm saying that's not a company name. I was trying to say. I was trying to say GHC as a company when I meant to say no. Noah's Grand Ship took place on September 24th. The GHC Junior Heavyweight Tag Title match. Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf beating Alejandro and Ninja Mac for the vacant titles. GHC National Title match. Hio del Dr. Wagner Jr. versus Psycho Clown. A bit of AAA flavoring in my pro wrestling Noah. And GHC title match of Jake Lee versus Go Shiozaki, which Jake Lee successfully defended the title. Same time as that show was happening was New Japan's Destruction in Kobe, which saw Bishamon against Team DK for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Titles. Bishamon retaining. Great Khan versus Shingo Takagi. Great Khan losing that one to Shingo. And Ospreay defending the IWGP UK Heavyweight title against Yota Tsuji. Another match that I think was worthy of 5 stars.
Oh yeah. They had Ospreay and Kobe. So all Ospreay matches in Kobe, they all deliver. What I remember from that, huh? Yeah.
I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. I am so tired. After the match, Zack Sabre Jr. came out to challenge Ospreay in full Japanese postman.
That was a really funny.
Guys in the middle of the ring, challenging each other in full Japanese.
2 Brits just talking the shit in Japanese. That was a great moment. And then the little like cheeky like trying to like sweep out the legs and stuff, and all smiling at each other like, I almost got you. I almost got you. Good times. Good times. September 24th, night 21 of the 5-star Grand Prix. Shuri beats Starlight Kid. And then on September 30th was the 5-star Grand Prix final. But
fucking hell. Fucking hell.
Who's texting you? Don't they know you're in the middle of a stream?
What the fuck is this MacBook bullshit?
MacBook going off.
That's a fucking
5-star Grand Prix final. At this point, there was a lot of injuries plaguing Stardom, so like half the card got cut. So from the actual block matches of note, Momo Watanabe versus Azumi, Watanabe winning that. Mirai versus Maika winning that match. Natsuko Tora, Hazuki winning that match. And then in the Grand Prix final, I have once again written the wrong name down. I had Maika as the winner of the tournament, but it was won by Suzu Suzuki. I don't know why I had Maika listed as the winner of the tournament. Suzu Suzuki defeated Maika in the Grand Prix final to get the right to challenge for the World of Stardom Championship. That match was supposed to happen at Gold Rush, but then Tam got hurt, and Tam had to vacate the World of Stardom Championship, so the match happened in Dream Queendom, which we will get to in a moment. But really quick, and also on Dynamite, that Dynamite a few days beforehand, there was a few like teaser matches for Wrestle Dream, which totally forgot to mention that there was some challenges for Wrestle Dream thrown out during the month of September, such as Danielson challenging Zack Sabre Jr. to a match at Wrestle Dream. Among a lot of other matches that were thrown out. And then there's a couple of like pre-match kind of teaser matches for Wrestle Dream. There's a 4-way match on Dynamite between Orange Cassidy, Austin Gunn, Penta El Zero, and Matt Jackson. And then there was a big all-star 8-man tag on the Collision before Wrestle Dream of Aussie Open, Ricky Starks, Big Bill versus FTR, Wheeler Yuta, and Bryan Danielson. And that's it for September. What do you got? Do you got anything that happened to you for September?
Nope. Absolutely nothing.
Late month, mid
Yeah,
month at best.
mid-month. All I remember is missing out on a Descendants show, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the only thing that's kind of entertaining that month that I can share.
I got some stories.
Boris?
I got some stories. Well, first of all, first thing I want to throw out is that I was at um that September 30th Collision, and also I went to Wrestle Dream, but that's October 1st. I could talk more about that in the following month. But I went out to Seattle to watch Collision and Wrestle Dream. I got into Seattle like, what was it? I think about 20 minutes before Collision went live. I had to rush to my hotel and then figure out how to get to the venue. I got to the venue, ended up going to the wrong door and doing a full lap around the venue to the entire opposite side of the arena. Got in, had some technical difficulties with my ticket, figured that out, finally got down to my seat, and by the time I got to my seat, I was like 10 minutes late.
Minutes late. That I
I
hate when
did
that.
I missed like, so the opening match for that show was Andrade versus Juice Robinson. I
Oh,
missed like all of that match.
oh shit.
I was able to get to my seat and sit down with like, I don't know, I think a few minutes left in that match, and then the match ended. But
Yeah.
uh so I was able to go see Collision. There's the Ring of Honor tapings afterwards that included Satoshi Kojima.
Do they do
Um,
Ring of Honor tapings after Collision tapings, or
yes.
come with it? Does it come with the ticket, or
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's all including the price and everything.
oh
Um,
shit?
what they do is like they do like half an hour before Collision where they do a few matches, or like one or two matches, like the like squash matches or whatever, and then they do the 2 hours of Collision, and then they do another 2 hours of taping afterwards for Ring of Honor.
Mm, okay.
So I was there for 4 hours.
It's 4 hours.
Um, which like that's not bad. That's like a length of a pay-per-view, which so it's fine. But there's definitely like at certain points during the Ring of Honor, um, because so many people left after Collision and it was like half the crowd, but there were certain points where I was even getting tired of Ring of Honor because Ring of Honor is kind of just downgraded a lot since the beginning of the year. Like I remember at one point, Christopher Daniels had a match,
Yeah.
and his entrance, like the lights go out completely first, and then like his music and Titantron hits and everything, and the lights went out, and I was just in the darkness, and I was just like, "This is Christopher Daniels," and his music hit. I was like, "Yep," in the most like monotone tone, just "Yep, Christopher
Yep.
Daniels."
Yeah. Is it the same for and Rampage as well? Do they?
Dynamite and Rampage. Rampage is only an hour long, so what they like tape Rampage right after Dynamite.
Ah, okay.
That's always been a thing that they've done since they introduced Rampage. And then also during the month of September for me, I got to go to another indie show. This indie show had Royce Isaacs versus El Phantasmo on the card. ELP was supposed to challenge for the local like world title, but like the champion had to withdraw from the show due to having an epileptic seizure a few days prior. So they got Royce Isaacs last second. Royce Isaacs came in. They had a great match. Royce ELP. Royce did like that spot where like he picked up ELP in a vertical suplex and then marched around the ring.
Oh
Like
yeah.
just walked around the entire length of the ring doing a full lap with ELP up. And then he got back around. He did a full lap, started in front of me, got back around to my section, got to my section, and then he just started going, move, move, and just like telling everyone to fucking move. Came over with El Phantasmo, dropped him on all of our chairs.
No, fuck.
Broke my chair. Not completely, but it was definitely not the same chair that was a few moments beforehand. Like it was a bit it was a bit like you could feel like it was definitely on an ankle. There's a couple of chairs I had to get like full on replaced. Like he like broke them. After the match finished, I tweeted out like, "Wow, that was probably like the best greatest indie match I've ever seen." ELP and Royce Isaacs tore down the house, and then I put like in brackets and my chair down, and then Royce quote tweeted it and said, "Respectfully, fuck your chair, and thank you for the kind words." And so that was fun. And then that same show, there was a blood feud between some guys who are former tag team. If anyone who's watching the stream is familiar with Defy, then you might be familiar with the tag team State of Emergency. They broke up this year. They had a big blow off match, no DQ match, 30 minutes, very bloody, a lot of shit. There was a lot of blood and glass by my feet when the match was all said and done. I got front row tickets for the show, by the way. Should mention that. A lot of blood and glass by my feet by the time the show was done. It was a lot. There's a lot that happened. There was the manager and girlfriend of one of Miles DeVille, one of the wrestlers. She was banned from ringside for this match, and then she came out anyway because that's what heels do. They don't fuck the rules according to the heels. She came out. She got she was like watching the match from the side, and like she was in front of me, and I yell at her, "It's like you're not supposed to be here. You're not allowed to be out here." And she turns around and goes, "Shut up, shut your mouth. You want to see me die?" She gets into the ring. After yelling at me, "You want to see me die?" Gets to the ring, immediately gets power bombed by the other guy, and I'm like, "Oh shit, she actually died." And then like 2 days later, I'm on like Twitter, and I see her tweet something about how she got a concussion from that power bomb.
Fuck.
And I was like, "Oh shit." She actually she got a concussion from it. And I was like, "Oh, Tara."
Oh,
that was a bit too work. That's a bit too work shoot for me, brother. And then after the show, I also got to meet Royce Isaacs. Told him that I was the guy that he said "fuck your chair" to. He laughed about that. I thought that was great. I got a picture with him. Bought his book. He signed the book for me. I have it right here, actually. Oh yeah, actually, I did have it right here. Not intentional. It's just sitting on my desk. Signature Royce Isaacs, Team Filthy. I'm hoping at some point I'll also be able to get like signatures from the Wrestle Inn in the book, but that is a future Fusa problem.
Yep.
I met Royce Isaacs after the show. Got to talk to ELP for a third time. Got a third picture with him. This was the one he was actually smiling in. And yeah, and there's nothing else that really happened for. Actually, one other thing that happened during the Collision taping. When I got to my seat, I've already said many times I'm Canadian, but I made a trip down from Canada to the States to Seattle. I got to my seat. There was a tag match. It was Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho versus the Gates of Agony. Two guys beside me tried to start a Winnipeg chant. Didn't work. It was only them. I joined in on it though, because I was like, you know what? They're chanting Winnipeg. I gotta help these guys out. So I joined in on it. It's the three of us chanting Winnipeg. It didn't work. Didn't catch on. And then they're like, one of the guys turns to me afterwards, like, "Hey, thanks for helping out with the Winnipeg chant." And I'm just like, "No problem." It's like, as a fellow Canadian, I gotta like help out with chants about Canada. And they're just like, "Oh, hey, no way, we're Canadian too." So the first interaction with people I had in the States were with fellow Canadians. So yeah, I think that wraps up my month of September. So I think it's fair to move into October. It's been 2 hours. Let's maybe try to really quickly speed run through the last 3 months. October 1st, Wrestle Dream, bunch of matches. Eddie Kingston or MJF defended the Ring of Honor tag titles against the Righteous by himself. That was a whatever match. Eddie Kingston versus Katsuhiro Shibata for the Ring of Honor World and New Japan Strong tag titles. Eddie retained. Chris Statlander versus Julia Hart. Chris Statlander retained. The Guns versus Lucha Bros versus Hook and Orange Cassidy versus the Young Bucks. That match was to determine the number one contender for the AEW tag titles. Bucks won that. Hangman versus Swerve Strickland. Swerve won that match. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Danielson. Danielson won that match. Those two matches were fucking incredible to see in person. Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, Kota Ibushi versus Konosuke Takeshita, Sammy Guevara, and Will Ospreay. I should mention that Sammy turned heel on Jericho and joined the Don Callis family at Grand Slam. FTR versus Aussie Open for the AEW tag titles, and then the TNT Championship match of Christian Cage versus Darby Allin. Christian Cage retained, FTR also retained, and then following that match was the debut of Adam Copeland in AEW. Also a fucking fantastic thing to see in person. October 5th was the Ring of Honor women's style match, Athena versus Layla Hirsch. Athena retained. I got to also see that match in person. It was another really good match. Athena's reign has been stellar. Wrestle Princess 4, TGPW's Wrestle Princess 4 took place on October the 9th. There was an International Princess Championship match and NWA Women's TV Championship match. Max the Impaler, the NWA Women's TV Champion, versus Rika Tatsumi, the International Princess Champion. Max the Impaler won that, taking home both titles. And Princess Championship, Mizuki defeating Miyamashita defeating Mizuki for the title. Destruction of Ryu Goku also took place that same day. That match that saw Dream Team Shi versus the Marseille Machine Guns, Josh Alexander, and Hiromu Takahashi defending that match was for the NWA 6-man titles. Dream Team Shi won that match, and Hiromu Takahashi defending the IWGP junior heavyweight title against Yo and Speedball Mike Bailey, which Yo was supposed to be Leo Rush, but then Leo got sick and was unable to compete in the match. Speedball Mike Bailey was not a happy camper following that match. October the 10th, there was a Dynamite buy-in, which had Eddie Kingston defending his Ring of Honor World and New Japan Strong Openweight titles against Minoru Suzuki. December, I keep saying December, when I mean October. October the 14th, New Japan's Royal Quest 3 took place. Matches including Ishii versus Shingo Takagi and Ospreay versus Zack Sabre Jr. That match I rated 5 stars because it was that damn good. Ospreay retaining the IWGP UK Heavyweight title. A couple of title matches on the October 14th Collision: Chris Statlander versus Sky Blue, and Christian Cage versus Bryan Danielson, both champions retaining in their matches. Goddess of Stardom tournament got underway. I'm going to be completely honest. I watched just about none of the tournament because I was really fucking burnt out from the previous Stardom tournament. So I got nothing about the Stardom tournament. Okay. I know Micah and Megan Bain won the tournament. That's about it. Yuma Aoyagi took on Kento Miyahara for the Triple Crown title. Aoyagi retained that one. Speedball Bound for Glory, Impact's Bound for Glory took place on October the 21st. Speedball Mike Bailey versus Will Ospreay. Ospreay won that match. Another match I gave 5 stars to. I gave a lot of Ospreay matches 5 stars this year. He was on his fucking A game. Super Junior Tag League got underway in the month of October as well. A few matches, including on the 24th, Catch 22 versus Drill Maloney and Clark Connors. That was won by War Dogs. And then on the 25th, Yo and Musashi versus Catch 22. Yo and Musashi winning that one. And Aaron Black, Jack Setters versus War Dogs. War Dogs winning that. There was October the 28th on Collision, MJF versus Kenny Omega for the AEW World Title. MJF retaining that. And yeah, that just about covers like the big match talking points for the month of October. Is there anything that you want to throw in that I might have forgotten, or any personal wrestling stuff that happened to you in October?
Nothing happened in October as well. Mid-month. You're
just having a very quiet end of the year, huh?
For not wrestling related, not much. Personally related, looking back on my camera roll, not much as well, to be honest. How about you?
For me, I was at Wrestle Dream, which I prior mentioned. This was definitely worth the trip. It was worth the price of travel. It was worth the price of admission. It was worth the price of the hotel. It was worth every bit of it. I absolutely loved being able to be there for that pay-per-view. I loved watching it live. I loved seeing all the matches. I loved being able to see a Will Ospreay match a lot in person for the first time, despite not a lot of Will Ospreay stuff happening in that match. Unfortunately, he hit like the Sky Twister, and that's it. I have all the signature moves. Didn't do anything else. Didn't hit Stormbreaker. Didn't hit Blade. Nothing else. Just a Sky Twister.
You didn't get elevated as well, didn't you?
Didn't get elevated either. We got the fucking Don Callis Hypnotoad theme for the three of them, for Soup, Guevara, and Ospreay. Got to see Ibushi in person though, so that was fucking cool. I've always wanted to see Ibushi in person. Always wanted to see Omega in person. A lot of like bucket list wrestlers just ticked off with this show, which was great. Hangman versus Swerve was absolutely incredible to see in person. Zack versus Danielson, absolutely incredible to see in person. The absolute power Swerve Strickland has of how over he is actually like ridiculous. He got an entire arena, even though this was in Seattle, which was like close to his hometown. He's from Tacoma, Washington. Seattle, Washington's close to it. This wasn't Tacoma, but it was Seattle, which was close enough. He got the entire arena to chant "Fuck you, cowboy."
Fuck you, cowboy.
Well, the entire arena chanted "Fuck you, cowboy" and Hangman Page. Hangman Page got a "Fuck you, cowboy" chant from the entire arena. That's absolutely like the power Swerve Strickland has is absolutely insane. He didn't even start the chant. He didn't even like say anything to start the chant. It just naturally happened.
It started "Fuck you, cowboy." Well, that's a match where Hangman drank Swerve's blood.
That was their rematch of Full Gear, which was in November. This was just a regular one-on-one match. Yeah, incredible feud between the two of them. Great match, great show. Happy I was able to be there. I don't think I had anything else wrestling related happen to me in the month of October. Moving on to November. I'm looking at my list, and my lists are shorter, so I feel like these will be quick. Kicked off the month, Power Struggle on November the 4th. This saw matches such as Great O'Connor versus Jon Moxley, which was a very great Falls Count Anywhere match. Terrible singles match beforehand, but great Falls Count Anywhere match. Never opened 6-man tag titles. Dream Team She versus TMDK. Dream Team She retaining. Ospreay versus Shota Umino. Ospreay putting both the IWGP US and UK heavyweight titles on the line. Absolutely incredible match. Ospreay retaining, and then afterwards David Finlay coming in and destroying both the belts with his comedically large hammer.
Yeah, fucking Super Smash Bros. Fucking sized hammer.
The Super Smash Bros. Like do fucking hammer. November the 5th, Giant Series Hokkaido 9-6. Yume Aoyagi took on Katsuhiko Nakajima for the Triple Crown heavyweight title. Nakajima upsetting Aoyagi as the outsider and becoming the Triple Crown heavyweight champion. November 10th was Lone Star Shootout, New Japan's Lone Star Shootout. A couple of highlight matches: Zack Sabre Jr. versus Speedball Mike Bailey for the World TV title, and Mayu Iwatani versus Stephanie Vaquera for the IWGP Women's title. Real World Tag League in All Japan kicked off on the 12th of November. A highlight match: Kento Miyahara and Yume Aoyagi versus Bulk Orchestra. DDT's Ultimate Party took place on November the 12th. A few highlight matches such as Eruption and Saki Akai versus Naomi Michi, Marufuji, Kazusada Higuchi, and Miyu Yamashita. Hirata versus Hiromu Takahashi in that spin the wheel match that they had. I don't remember what the stipulation is called. There was one stipulation where they had to wear, it was a blindfold bra match.
Bra and panties, was it?
Not bra and panties, just a bra. Just blindfold bra. You had to try to take off your opponent's bra while blindfolded. Wrestling. Jericho versus Takeshita was also on that show. Jericho winning that match. Chris Brooks defending the KOD Openweight title against Yuki Ueno. Chris won that match and retained successfully.
I thought
Hmm?
Ueno won. I thought
Oh,
Ueno
sorry,
won.
no, Ueno won that. I don't know what I'm saying. I even have it. I even have Ueno won that one here. Why did I say?
I,
It's 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. It's 3 in the morning. Ueno beating Chris Brooks for the KOD Openweight Championship.
I really want to go to that show. I really wanted to see Jericho live. I really wanted to do Judas live.
I got you do this twice.
Yeah,
It spanned 2 days.
yeah, it's been 2 days.
The first time I did Judas sucked because there's a guy behind me who was being a dick about it and was singing along to Judas but making up his own words to it, and it was like just shitting on Jericho. So it was kind of like, which like is after what's happened the last few days, fair. But at the same time though, it was like a dude, shut up. I'm trying to sing Judas. I'm trying to record Jericho's entrance, and the video has your stupid ass singing your made up lyrics.
Is it on Twitter?
I did not post it on Twitter. I have it on my phone. I can send it.
Please do.
I will send it to you afterwards.
I want to hear what that guy said.
And then at Wrestle Dream, I did it again without interruption. I was actually able to do it properly. November the 16th, Josh Alexander took on Will Ospreay. Ospreay winning that match. Great match for free TV. AEW's Full Gear took place on November the 18th. This was a show that happened.
That happened. What was on that? You know, the
first hour sucked.
Hour
straight up, the first hour was bad. And then they picked up. We got great matches such as, great matches. Great matches. I'll say great matches. Matches such as Big Bill and Ricky Starks versus Kings of the Black Throne versus LFI versus FTR in a 4-way ladder match for the AEW tag titles. Big Bill and Ricky Starks retaining. Oh, they also won the tag titles earlier in the month in a squash match against FTR. Forgot to mention that. Chris Statlander versus Julia Hart versus Sky Blue in a 3-way for the TBS title, which was won by Julia Hart, starting her reign. Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Page in the Texas Death Match. Swerve Strickland won this match. I gave this match a 6.25.
6.25.
6.25. This was my third highest rated match from the year, just behind both Ospreay and Omega matches.
I like that much. Rated 6.25. But
I went over 5 stars a few times during the year. Like throughout the entire year, I gave out 2 5.25s, 2 5.5s, a 6.25, a 6.5, and a 7.
And a 7? What match did you give a fucking 7?
Omega versus Ospreay, Forbidden Door.
Forbidden Door.
I gave that match a 7. I had 6.5 for the first one. That one was not being beat, and then that match happened. I was like, well, shit, they got beat. 6.5 got beat. Damn. No regrets.
No regrets.
Other thing that happened on Full Gear: Golden Jets versus the Young Bucks for the Bucks' number one contendership rights. Golden Jets won that. Bucks were not happy campers, and MJF versus Jay White for the AEW World Title. Oh my God, the overbooked mess it was. If you want to hear I'm not going to get into it because if I get into it, this stream will go another extra hour. But if you want to hear my thoughts on this match, along with the thoughts of other people who watched this match and were very upset that they watched this match, you can listen to the All Elite Listening episode from December. Shameless plug. You can listen to me bitch about it. You can listen to Alex bitch about it. You can listen to Libby bitch about it. You can listen to MX bitch about it. We all bitched about this match because everyone we came to the collective agreement that this was not a good match.
Good match.
Real World Tag League kicked off on November the 20th. Highlights of the first night included Bullet Club War Dogs versus Kaito Kiyomiya and Ryohei Oiwa. Kiyomiya and Oiwa winning that one. Shota Umino and Ren Narita versus Hanari and Great Khan. Umino and Narita winning that. Just Five Guys is Yuya Uemura and Taichi. Oh, I forgot to mention a power struggle. Yuya Uemura. Or no, wait, hold on. Wait.
Ryogo.
Wait, oh no, I'm being forced to remember the lumberjack match. Why? Oh no, I actually got past it. I actually completely forgot about it. And then I read Yuya Uemura, and I was like, oh, I should mention that Yuya Uemura joined Just Five Guys. And I was like, wait, Yuya Uemura joined Just Five Guys because they went down to just four guys. Wait, Yoshinobu Kanemaru left Just Five Guys. Wait, the fucking Lumberjack match. Oh, I was doing
Shit.
so well. I didn't think about that match for so long. Son of a bitch. Okay. I guess okay, really quick. Yoshinobu Kanemaru turned on Just Five Guys at was it I don't think it was it Destruction Ryogoku?
Destruction in Kobe. I see.
Destruction Kobe.
Destruction in Kobe.
Yes.
Kobe. Yeah.
Yes.
I think so.
Correct. Destruction Kobe, Yoshinobu Kanemaru turned on Just Five Guys during the KOPW title match, which allowed Show to win that title. Bring them back down to just four guys, and then a power struggle. They debuted the new member, Just Five Guys, which is Yuya Uemura, who got taken out of Impact because he got the fired briefcase in the Feast or Fired match. Cool. We're all caught up. Cool. I didn't have to talk about Evil versus Sonata. We're all caught up. I got around it.
Yes.
You did good, kid. Anyway, so Taiji Yuya Uemura versus Ryota Tsuji and Zayn Dakan Jr. That match was won by Just Five Guys. And also another thing that happened in the month of November, on November 22nd, the the Continental Classic kicked off. This was such a great tournament. This Continental Classic kicked off. Big highlight match from the opening night was Mark Briscoe versus John Moxley, which Moxley won. Bishamon versus Monster Sauce in World Tag League Night 4. Monster Sauce gained the win over the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Champions on November 24th. November 25th, Eddie Kingston versus Brody King. Brody King defeating Eddie in the Blue League. November 28th, Shota Umino and Ren Narita versus Katakumi Ryohei Oiwa, Night 7 of World Tag League. Umino and Narita won that. I'm going to be completely honest, there's going to be some like missing parts of World Tag League because I also did not watch the entirety of World Tag League.
To be honest, I only saw one night of World Tag League. No,
actually, the entire tournament. Wow.
Nights. I saw night 1 because I attended it. Mm-hmm. I saw the finals and the semis, and that's it. I was burnt out from wrestling. Also, I couldn't be positive. Yeah.
I was in a weird middle ground. So I had 2 different times through this year where there was too many tournaments going on. There was during July and August where there was too many tournaments going on with like 5-star Grand Prix, N1, G1, etc. Tokyo Princess Cup as well. And then in like late November through December, there was World Tag League, Real World Tag League in All Japan, KO tournament happening or KO Grand Prix in DDT, and then also the Continental Classic. Another situation where there's just like too many tournaments going on. So I picked and choose for my battles, and I skipped out a majority of World Tag League and a chunk of Real World Tag League, and I have not watched any of the KO Grand Prix, despite the fact that the finals are in a few days. So I probably should get on that at some point within the next few days.
I forgot about that.
I've heard good things about the tournament though. Anyway, moving on. November 29th was Night 7 of Real World Tag League. Including a match of Shuji Ishikawa and Ren Abe versus Nakajima and Hokuto Mori. November 29th episode Dynamite saw matches from Gold League, including Mark Briscoe versus Roosh and Jay White versus Swerve Strickland. And that's a quick roundup of everything that happened in November. Anything you would like to add? For me, anything November, you would like to add, or personal things?
For me, November. November, there's one actual wrestling thing and one other kind of wrestling thing. The kind of wrestling thing was I went to the Bring Me the Horizon festival in Japan, which they had Bring Me the Horizon. I hosted it, and they picked all the bands, and I went to both nights because I am your classic metalhead. Uh, the second night had Hyde of Larkenseal, who on his stage show, they basically have like masked guys as their like guitarists and shit. And Togi Makabe, again another Togi Makabe at a music festival, was carrying Hyde on his shoulders through the crowd with his fucking mask on. You
Oh
can
my
see
god.
that on the New Japan website. Fucking Togi Makabe with a mask on, carrying an artist on his shoulders. I'm like, this is the best things that I've ever seen. And this and that was and yeah. So right after that, it was Power Struggle. So what I did was I had 2 nights of fucking moshing and my throat sounding like shit. And then after that, I hopped on a fucking bus to Osaka, went to Edion Arena, and that night was the night that first David Finlay. That
Hmm.
was it was Tango versus David Finlay, and he had this spot where he went into the audience, which was my section, and just grabbed our chairs and threw them on Tangaloa. And
Yeah.
I went up to him. I went up to David Finlay. I'm like, Finley, you sold out. Finley, your tattoos look like shit. In defense
Gotta
of
pass on the message from Kieran.
yeah, in defense of my boss, and then Finley was like, "Shut the fuck up." And I'm like, "Well, fuck you, kid." And then I think when after the whole fucking Super Smash Bros. Hammer gimmick,
Hmm.
I started a David Finley the wanker chant. I
Oh,
started in out of this guy next to me did not know what wanker was. So what I did, I was like, Dave Finley's a wanker, and then this guy was like, Dave Finley's a wanker, and then I started, and then soon after, my whole row started screaming, Dave Finley's a wanker, and
hmm,
middle fingers went up in the air as many Japanese people were pissed off of David Finley. And if you see
fair
in the
enough.
live stream, you see a shit ton of people just doing this to fucking Dave Finley. He got so much hate for doing this. People were legitimately fucking standing up and going, fuck you, in English.
Fuck you, David Finlay.
It's Fusa's fucking Discord profile, but imagine the arena, imagine Eddie on arena doing
For context of what he's talking about, my profile picture in the Wrestling Discord server is a picture of Shota Umino flipping off Evil during that terrible tag not tag lumberjack match. There's one part where like he like cheated and he like went for the pin. Rich Uno had enough and was just fuck you right to Evil, and someone got a really great image of him screaming "fuck you" from like the perspective of Evil, basically. And I was like, "This is a beautiful image. This is now my profile picture." So that's my server profile picture in the Wrestling Discord, which you can join at any point through the Twitter link. I think it's linked to Twitter. I think it's just around the front our profile page of the Twitter. Time to check.
If it's not, then Kieran, you better fucking fix that.
Uh, it's okay. That makes sense. Our web. If you go onto the Wrestling website, nope, other side, this way, nope, this way. There we go. There we go. If you go to the Wrestling website, there's a link to the Patreon and also a link to the Discord server as well, which you can join the Discord server through that. So wrestling.com. There's my plug. I'll plug it again later, but better. not going. No.
Oh,
I look like a fucking idiot. Not know where to point. Yeah, I don't have anything for November in terms of wrestling. I think apart from like I think November was when I officially like signed up for All Japan TV.
oh really?
is either November or December, one of the two, where I was like, you know what, All Japan has been absolutely incredible. I've been watching. Oh wait, you know what? It was actually wait, I remember. Yes, it was the beginning of November because my normal way of watching All Japan didn't have Yuma versus Nakajima, not Yuma versus Nakajima. Had they didn't have Kento versus Yuma from the end of last month of October. So because of that, I was like couldn't find it, and I just went, you know what? I'm just gonna subscribe to All Japan TV, watch All Japan TV, and it's been a great investment. Get into All Japan, please and thank you. Other than that, though, I don't. Other than that, though, I don't have anything else from the month of November.
All I remember
Quick,
getting sick after the Power Struggle show.
Save Finley's fault.
Yeah, David Finley's fault.
You got gross from you got sick from looking at his shitty tattoos that just made you like physically ill.
Yeah,
his tattoos were that terrible.
Yep.
Moving on to the month of December. This month had a fair amount happen, so this one might be a little bit longer than the last two. So I hope we finish under 3 hours. The beginning of December. Oh, also one other thing I should mention. From November, that 6-person tag match that included Eruption and Saki Kai. That was Saki Kai's retirement match. That was her last match as a full-time wrestler in wrestling. That's how wrestling works. Last match as a wrestler in wrestling. Yes, that is how retiring from wrestling works. Thank you very much. She got a bunch of like video messages from wrestlers, got brought flowers. There's even a surprise message from Shinsuke Nakamura, which if you were not in the arena, you did not see or hear because fuck the Fed.
Fuck the Fed.
Fuck the Fed. I think that's a fair reason as to why we didn't get to see Nakamura's speech. But anyway, moving on into December the 1st, there was a 10th anniversary show for TJPW. This had some matches on here, including Hyper Mizzou and Mahiro Kiryu versus Yukio Ueno and Raku in a random items match. Essentially, they all had like their signature weapons or like signature like items for the characters and stuff, and they all put them in random boxes, and then they got shuffled around, and then they picked a box and hoped that it was their weapon. Spoiler alert, none of them got their weapons. The Next Generation tournament final, which was like all the tournament between all of the TJPW rookies from this year. Himawari took on Wakana Iwahara. Wakana won the tournament. The Princess tag titles were defended. Free Wi-Fi defending successfully against Palm Harajaku and Max Miller.
What's their name? Free
Wi-Fi.
That's their
Free
name?
Wi-Fi. That's the tag team name, Free Wi-Fi.
That's the best fucking tag team name I've ever heard.
TJPW has like really good tag team names. Like there's like Free Wi-Fi. There's Free Wi-Fi. There's Daisy Monkeys. They have some damn good tag team names.
The other interesting tag team name in Josh that I remember is like, what's the clown's name in fucking Stardom again?
The clown? Fukiken Death.
Fukiken Death. 2 years ago, like they had the I Love Tokyo Sports tag team. What's it? The Tokyo Sports tag team. Oedo Tai had some Tokyo Sports tag team for fucking their tag tournament. That I remember.
Treads, help us. You know Stardom shit, please.
Stardom shit. Either way, there's pretty good tag team names.
Yeah, there's great tag team names in Japanese wrestling. And then there was the main event of Miyu Yamashita, Shoko Nakajima, Yuka Sakazaki, Rika Tatsumi, and Mizuki, the old guard, taking on the new blood of Miyu Watanabe, Yuki Arai, Suzume, Moka Miyamoto, and Irisu Endo. That was a 2-out-of-3 falls match. The TJPW vets won that match. There was a Stardom show on December the 2nd. Only thing of note really from that show was Suzuki defeating Hazuki in a 5-star Grand Prix World Championship contract match to defend to defend her right to challenge for the title. More Blue League matches happened on Collision. Brody King beat Claudio Castagnoli. Andrade Alito beat Daniel Garcia. Bryan Danielson beat Eddie Kingston, called him a bum afterwards. Real World Tag League saw a couple of... Where's that marker there? Real World Tag League saw a couple of matches happen on day 10 of the tournament, such as Yuma Enzai and Riki Honda versus the Saito brothers, and Kento Miyahara and Yuma Iwaki versus Katsuhiko Nakajima and Hokuto Mori. Enzai and Honda won that one. Nakajima and Mori actually beat Kento and Yuma, and that was actually the Tag League finals, which Nakajima and Omori won.
Yeah.
Yuka Sakazaki had her graduation special on December the 6th. Of course, I'm assuming Kyosuke is familiar. I'm just gonna say you're familiar with how graduation works because you're a Japanese wrestling fan who lives in Japan. But for people who don't know how graduations work necessarily, graduations in Japanese wrestling are seen as like a way for wrestlers to leave their company.
Yep.
Basically. So in this case, Yuka Sakazaki, the assumption is Yuka Sakazaki is leaving to go full time with All Elite Wrestling because she has worked a lot of AEW and she's signed with AEW. So the assumption is that she's leaving TGPW to go AEW. So she had her match against it was a 3-way match of Shoko Nakajima versus Miyu Yamashita versus Yuka Sakazaki. Yuka won that match, and then immediately following that match, Yuka wrestled Mizuki, her tag team partner, in a little 5-minute exhibition, as just about every 5-minute exhibition, and in a time limit draw.
The time limit. Fuck. Shit. I tried to do that. Fuck. Try to shit. Fuck. Time limit. Draw. Fuck yeah. There we go.
What's fun? I mean, I'm assuming you did that because that's the Yuka Sakazaki thing, right?
Sakazaki, yeah. But this
yeah.
But
the fact that you caught your arm on the cord just adds more to the authenticity of it, considering that she does it with the streamers and just like windmills the streamers. So it's just adding more to the bit, if anything.
Yeah.
Just more committed. 2 for 2 on advertising Twitter clips. Twitter clips. Holy shit.
Oh shit. We are horrible.
That's the Twitter clip. that whole section right there from you catching the wire to me saying glitter quips. Yeah. Oh my god. Shit. Why is no one watching this? More people should be seeing this. God damn. Anyway. Moving on. December 6th, Dynamite Gold League matches. Moxley beating Rush, Swerve Strickland beating Mark Briscoe. Roar Tag League Day 14, El Phantasmo and Hikuleo versus Monster Sauce. ELP and Hikuleo winning that one. Oh yeah, right. I did. Right, I hated it. Okay. I'll touch on that. I'll touch on that when I get around to the Tag League final. There was a rampage on a rampage Blue League match of Danielson versus Garcia. Danielson won that. Collision had a couple of matches. Danielson versus Andrade El Idolo won that. Eddie Kingston versus Claudio Castagnoli. Eddie Kingston won that. The December 13th Dynamite had a combination of Blue and Gold League matches. Brody King against Andrade El Idolo. El Idolo won that match. Swerve versus Moxley. Moxley won that match. December 15th had Final Battle or Ring of Honor. I'm going to double check when the World Tag League final was to make sure that I don't completely skip over it. Even though I will just get into another rant if I talk about it. Shit. Oh, excuse me.
It's 4 a.m. Do not worry.
It's almost 4 a.m. Yes, that is exactly the situation. So I'm getting a little sleepy out here in this hood. God damn it. World Tag League 2023. Trying to see the date of the final. Going on the New Japan site.
Yep.
December 10th. Okay, I did gloss over the final. December 10th was the final of World Tag League, which saw Hikuleo and ELP versus Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto, Bishamon. Bishamon winning that match and winning the tag league for the third straight year.
Oh shit.
I think I wasn't feeling the match. I zoned out of it, and then it's like hit like Bishamon won again, and I was kind of just like, I don't really know if I want to rate this match. So I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it and see if it was actually like a good match or not. But like my bias of why is Bishamon winning this again kicked in, and then I just didn't rate it.
Me too.
Final Battle had a fair amount of matches. El Hido del Viquino defending the AAA Mega title against Black Taurus. Did that successfully. Tony Nese had a I Quit match against Ethan Page. Ethan Page won that match with the help of Scorpio Sky, Men of the Year mini reunion. There's a Survival of the Fittest match for the Ring of Honor TV title after Joe vacated the title earlier in the month. I think he might have vacated last month, actually, in November. It's fine. So it was Dalton Castle versus Lee Moriarty versus Kyle Fletcher versus Lee Johnson versus Brian Keith versus Commander. Kyle Fletcher winning that and winning the Ring of Honor TV Championship. FTR and Mark Briscoe versus Blackpool Combat Club's Brian Danielson, John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli. Danielson's first match in a Ring of Honor ring since 2009, I think it was, either 2008 or 2009. That was won by FTR and the Briscoes. It started up with it as a normal trios match, and then it devolved into a match that caused a count out. And then Mark Briscoe was like, "Nah, we're not ending it like this. We're going into a fight without honor." Spot on Mark Briscoe impression. Turned into a fight without honor, which FTR and Briscoes won. And then main event of Athena versus Billy Starks, second pay-per-view in a row, or Ring of Honor pay-per-view in a row, main evented by a women's match. Athena retained the title over Billy Starks. Not really. I'm fine with it. I would have loved if Ricky had won them, or Ricky, if Billy had won the match, but win some, lose some. Another Blue League more Blue League matches happening on December 16th Collision, including Claudio Castagnoli against Andrade El Idolo. Castagnoli winning that one. Gold League matches on the December 20th Collision, or Dynamite, excuse me. Swerve Strickland versus Roosh, Swerve winning that. Jay White versus John Moxley, Jay White winning that. That decided the league finals, which happened the following week, Dynamite. And then night one of the Road to Tokyo Dome saw the Never Openweight 6-man tag team championship, Dream Team Chi versus the United Empire, which Dream Team Chi retained. That also had the whiskey bottle on a pole ladder match between Taishi and Yoshinobu Kanemaru, which saw their big bucket of whiskey get dumped onto Kanemaru and also the ring in the process, which then led to 5 minutes of them dabbing at the ring, trying to clean up the whiskey before going, "This isn't working, we're switching out the canvas." 5 whole minutes of me watching this going, "Why aren't you switching out the canvas? You could have switched out the canvas by now. This is annoying the hell out of me." And then they finally did it, and I went, "Thank you.
Thank you so much, New Japan.
Thank you so much, New Japan, for wasting 5 minutes of my night." It was like 4 in the morning, and I had to just sit there watching them stupidly try to tab up the whiskey out of the mats. I think this, like with that situation, I think the selling point of why they decided to change out the canvas was when Bolton Ole got in the ring to try to help, and he stepped on the whiskey and slipped. And I think that was when they went, okay, you know what? We might have to actually change the canvas. I don't think this is working. The December 22nd episode of Rampage saw a couple of title matches. Orange Cassidy versus Rocky Romero for the international title. Orange Cassidy retaining. El Hijo del Vikingo taking on Black Taurus in a rematch of Final Battle. El Hijo del Vikingo retaining the AAA Mega title again. December 23rd Collision, Claudio Castagnoli versus Brian Danielson. That went to a time limit draw. Andrade El Idolo versus Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston won that. The final for Blue League was made of Danielson versus Eddie Kingston.
Yep.
Gold League Finals and Blue League Finals happened on the December 27th episode of Dynamite. The Gold League Final was Jon Moxley versus Jay White versus Swerve Strickland. Jon Moxley winning that 3-way match. And the Blue League Final, as mentioned previously, Eddie Kingston versus Bryan Danielson. Eddie Kingston winning that. On December the 29th, Dream Queendom took place in Stardom. Great matches, including Aphrodite versus Momo Watanabe and Natsuko Tora for the Goddess of Stardom title. Julia defending Megan against Megan Bain, defending her strong women's championship against Megan Bain successfully. Aphrodite also successfully defended their. Oh no, they didn't. No, they did. I just didn't have it marked. They did defend their tag titles, which they had won previously I think it was last month. They won last month because of an injury that happened to Natsupoi, which caused them to her and Sayori to relinquish the Goddess of Stardom titles. Speaking of Sayori, she defeated Mirai for the Wonder of Stardom Championship. And in the main event, Micah, who won a mini tournament to get the right to challenge, be the others on the other side of the ring for the Wonder or World of Stardom Championship. Micah taking on Suzu Suzuki in a rematch of the 5-star Grand Prix final, but this time for the World of Stardom Championship. Micah winning it this time around and becoming the World of Stardom champion. December 30th, World's End. Oh, we're almost there, I promise. Yeah. December 30th, World's End. Bunch good opening match, bunch of whatever in the middle, bunch of good closing matches. Brody King, Jay Lethal, Jay White, and Roosh versus Claudio Castagnoli, Mark Briscoe, Daniel Garcia, and Bryan Danielson. The team of Claudio, Mark, Daniel Garcia, and Danielson won that match. I'm just gonna look at the results of World's End because I don't actually have all the results here. That's something I probably should have had earlier. It's fine. Let's see. That match happened. Miro defeated Andrade El Idolo. This pay-per-view happened 2 days ago. I had to look up the card. That kind of says like how this show went. Miro defeated Andrade El Idolo. Timeless Toni Storm defeated Riho to retain the women's title. Swerve Strickland defeated Dustin Rose, which was supposed to be Keith Lee, but Keith Lee got was not able to compete, was not medically cleared. So tag team partner Dustin Rose came into the match. That match was whatever. The Sex Gods, which is Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, because of course Sammy Guevara is teaming with Chris Jericho again. They teamed up with Sting and Darby Allin, and they defeated the team of Ricky Starks, Big Bill, Konosuke Takeshita, Powerhouse Hobbs. Don Callis family's just stuck in hell. They're just losing.
It's losing.
Julia Hart defending the TBS title against Abaddon successfully. Abaddon's house rule stipulation was that biting is legal because, of course, okay.
Biting was legal.
Biting was legal. Yeah, you could bite each other with no consequences. No consequences. Ow, biting. That's not fair. Adam Copeland defeated Christian Cage in a no DQ match for the AEW TNT title. This is gonna get stupid for a second. So Adam Copeland won the match. Great match. Nick Wayne got powerbombed through a flaming table. Loved it. Loved everything. Yeah. No notes. Adam Copeland won the match, became the TNT champion. During the pre-show, there was a 20-man battle royal where the winner got a shot at the TNT championship. Killswitch, formerly known as Luchasaurus, won that match. Following Copeland's win, Luchasaurus attacked Adam Copeland from behind, beat him up a bunch, went to cash in his contract to get the match. Christian Cage got back in the ring, demanded that he got the match instead. Killswitch reluctantly gave him the contract. He excuse me. He signed the contract. I'm sorry, it's 4 a.m.
Fine. No.
He convinced Luchasaurus, took the contract, signed the contract, gave the contract to the referee, waited for Adam Copeland to get up, bell rang, spear, 1, 2, 3, once again champion in 11 seconds.
All right. Did we? I think one thing I would like to add to that month, it's King of KO. Oh fuck, what's it called again? Not King of DDT. Dio Grand Prix. Yep.
Dio Grand Prix.
The Dio Grand Prix semifinals. of of that just wait for a second. The Dio Grand Prix semifinals.
Mhm.
Which saw who again? Which saw I forgot. All I remember, Tetsuya Endo, Yukiya Naya went into the finals. That's happening in a matter of days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all for that month. Do you have anything personal, anything,
Uh,
or
just
anything
just
else you'd
just
like to
a
share?
little bit more. Was just a little bit more
You more?
of a
Oh, there's
little bit
more.
more of the month left. A little bit more of the month left.
There's more. All right,
There's a
go
couple more things
go.
from World's End, and then there's also the All Japan show that happened
Ah,
last night,
fuck,
which
girl. I'll have my fucking Tokon Spirit fucking
you
bullshit.
got you gotta get the scarf. Hold on.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Scarf.
If
Okay.
Kento can do it, no, not Kento. If fucking Caddy can do it, I can do it.
If Cat could do it, you could do it. Exactly. Couple last two matches from the World's End. Eddie Kingston versus John Moxley for the Continental Classic.
Yes.
In the final for Con Classic. This is for the Ring of Honor World Championship, the New Japan Strong Openweight Championship, and the Continental Crown. This was the AKA the modern era Triple Crown Championship. Eddie Kingston defeated John Moxley to retain his Ring of Honor World Championship and New Japan Strong titles, and becoming the first ever Continental Classic winner and the holder of the Continental Crown. And then in the main event, Samoa Joe defeated MJF for the AEW World Championship. Samoa Joe is once again a world champion in the year 2023. After the match, Adam Cole revealed himself to be the devil that has been haunting MJF the last couple months. And Kingdom, Roderick Strong, and Wardlow were revealed to be the masked men. And
And
final event of the year that we will be talking about, All Japan Pro Wrestling Mania, HAPW Mania. That match had a few highlight matches, such as Jun Saito versus Rei Saito, the All Japan versus DDT match. That was Atsuki Aogi and Ryzen Hayato versus Yuki Ueno and Toy Kojima. I think it was. I'm
Toy
blanking a bit. It
Toy
was Toy. Okay.
Cool.
Charlie Dempsey made his All Japan debut on that show, and then Katsuki Nakajima versus Kenta Miyahara, the rematch, which Kazuchika Nakajima won and retained the Triple Crown Heavyweight Championship, and dubbing himself the new Tokon Spirit.
Tokon Spirit. Oh, fuck you.
We talked about the show in length for about 40 minutes before we got into the year last stream. So if you want to hear more thoughts about the show, you can check out that stream. And yeah, that does it for the month of December. That does it for all of 2023. Anything personal of wrestling happened to you during the month of December?
I met Jeff for the first time, which was sick.
Jeff Jarrett?
Not fucking Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Mascot, our fucking Jeff, you piece of shit. Our fucking Jeff.
We can't get away from the wee woo bree woo. Bree woo forever. Jeff Jarrett. Double J.
Double J. A smaller J.
Single J.
Single J. I met Jeff for the first time, which goes two people in the Wrestle Inn universe. That night, we went out to dinner at Ebisco, DDT's izakaya in Shinjuku, and we were met by a surprise of Mao and his bandmates.
Oh,
which we were with like a few other wrestling fans. That night was very very hectic. It turned into a emo cover band concert with me and I have the set list on my phone. Just wait for a second.
oh okay.
I've
Hit it.
I remember we did a shit ton of Paramore. We've done I Miss You. We've done I Miss You. We've done Break Stuff Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit. That's What You Get. We've done a shit ton of That's What You Get. We've done a shit ton of what else did we do? A lot of punk songs. But we were extremely loud in the back of the izakaya. By extremely, I mean extremely loud. And the first thing Mao said was like, "What the fuck you doing here, motherfucker?" to Jeff. And then I was like, "Okay, this night's gonna be filled with a shit ton of profanity." Yeah, I got it. We done wherever you are, but one ok rock, American Idiot, In Too Deep, Fat Lip, Rollin', Break Stuff, and all the songs that we did. And yeah, I'll send you the video, but I have a video of us doing That's What You Get at the back of an izakaya. And you gotta understand, Mal fucking stood up and was like, "That's what you get when you let your heart win," and then just screamed at the back and was like, "Whoa, whoa," to the other side of Ebisco. I'm like, this fucking guy, mate. Just
I like how we're gonna exchange videos of people singing. Like
yeah,
you're sending me a video of Mouse singing, I'm sending a video of the guy making up the lyrics to Judas.
yeah.
So yeah, I didn't have anything happen to me in the month of December in terms of wrestling. Apart from being very emotionally damaged by Himika showing up during Micah's post-match comments and just like being there, and I was like, Himika's here. Oh no, my emotions. This is too much. So I think that's gonna do it for 2023. Real quick, two real quick questions. Who's your wrestler of the year?
Will Ospreay.
Okay, cool.
Hands down.
I don't think we need to further elaborate. I think it's fair. We both agree.
All right, to close this off, do you have anything that you're looking forward to in 2024? Anything wrestling's planned, scheduled?
So as of right now, the only things I have planned are not sleeping for the rest of this week because of all the Japanese wrestling.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to an indie show in the end of January that has a bunch of stuff going on. There's going to be Alan Angels and Royce Isaacs teaming up on that show. And then in May, I'm going to a collision taping.
Oh shit!
My second ever collision taping because I couldn't see because Dynamite was not scheduled to come here. The worst part was, I think, with because they announced the Canadian tour for 2024, and I went on to all of the promotional arts for the tour. Every Dynamite has. Would you just flip? I saw something change.
It's fine.
We're still scuffed. We're still scuffed. Scuffed until the very end, ladies and gentlemen. We're always scuffed here. Anyway, on the promotional art for all the Dynamite announcements, Will Ospreay's on it.
Yeah.
For the Collision announcements, he's not.
Oh shit.
Which sucks because if Will Ospreay is not at the show, I'm gonna be upset. And I might have to prioritize making our trip down to Seattle if they end up announcing more Seattle dates later on.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, that's all I have planned at the moment for wrestling and for this year. I could have went to a SmackDown on Friday, but tickets were stupid expensive, and I don't want to go that badly.
For me, so far, the schedule is I'm leaving for Tokyo at 8 a.m. in the morning tomorrow.
Ooh.
For Ariake, for the Noah show in Ariake.
Okay.
Then on the 3rd, I'll go to All Japan in the morning to see Charlie Dempsey versus Katsu and Caddy, and DDT at night for Dio Grand Prix. On the 4th, which I'm very excited for because I'm excited for Okada versus Bryan Danielson because that's going to be the second ever Bryan Danielson match that I've seen live. The first ever match was not DDT. Fuck no, he didn't wrestle in DDT. WWE live show in Shanghai, China. It was. I remember two matches from that night. It was Charlotte Flair versus who was the champion in 2019? SmackDown champion.
SmackDown champion 2019. Safe bet's Asuka. Asuka's a very safe bet for a champion 2019. Becky's also a safe bet. Let me just look up a list of SmackDown Women's Champions.
2019.
I think it was probably Asuka. Asuka seems like a safe.
It was.
When do you remember when 2019?
Like September, I think.
September? That would have been Bailey.
Bailey. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Bailey versus Charlotte Flair in a street fight match, which consisted of one table spot. Uh,
WWE Street Fights.
street fight. And main event was Kofi Kingston versus um uh Daniel Bryan.
Oh,
That
okay.
is gonna be my second ever Bryan Danielson match before he retires. And as always, I will be wearing my Will Ospreay gear there and handing these suckers out, which it's probably a bad timing because we just fucking
We just
rebranded.
changed the logo.
rebranded.
We literally just changed the logo. It's like, oh, we handed out the old ones. But here's the thing, though: higher value now because they're no longer in rotation.
Higher value. We'll start charging for this. No,
We're gonna have to start charging her soon.
yeah, so that's all. That's all I have for 2024. Which 2024, hopefully, we will get to see Master Wato holds a fucking IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You're on year-long Hiromu reign. What are you talking about?
All right,
Full year-long.
that covers
Really quick, I think you mentioned it earlier. You said Ospreay versus Kenny from Wrestle Kingdom 17 was your match of the year.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I thought so. Okay. Yep.
Right.
I think it covers everything.
After 2 parts and 5 hours,
5 hours. Yeah, 2
hours.
parts, 5 hours. 3 hours for this one, 2 hours for last one.
Yeah.
It's been a time. It has been a year. If we get around to it again next year of doing this, we will probably have a better system instead of me just running down a list of shows and matches that happened.
Yeah.
We'll workshop it. I'm sure there's gonna be a better way to do it in the future.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thank you everyone for tuning in. If you did, thank you everyone who's gonna watch the VOD. If you do, thank you everyone who live chats, thank you everyone who comments. Make sure to like the stream. 2024 is going to have more of these babies, hopefully. Hopefully less scuffed. No promises. I still work here, so no promises. Give this video in the last video a bunch of likes, and then force Wrestle Inn to give me and Kioske a podcast.
Yeah. Before we end this one,
yes,
I'm gonna steal our fucking boss's outro now. I stole their fucking intro. He does. All right.
Wait, before you do it, I should also do all of the plugs. So we look professional, and then you can steal his outro because his outro is made for ending stream, and then I'm gonna be like, wait, the plugs. Let's see. Nope, that's not the right document.
You have a document of these?
I have the outro for Total Nonstop Talking.
Oh, sure.
That I'm just going to repeat because it's easier than me trying to make one up off the top of my head. Yeah. Anyway, so that will do for the stream. If you like what you watched or heard and want to check out more of the Wrestle Inn network of podcasts, you could do so by searching Wrestle Inn wherever you get your podcasts. If you want even more wrestling content, you can follow us on Twitter at Wrestle Inn. And you can also subscribe to the Patreon for exclusive podcasts or exclusive shows, and you can't find anywhere else, along with early access to all of our podcasts. If you want more wrestling content in general, you can check out the website, wrestling.com. That's where you can also find links to the Patreon and the Discord. Of the lovely faces that you saw today, you can follow me on Twitter at Fusabalor.
Oh, and you can follow me on Twitter at I forgot my fuck. Pro Wrestling _boy on Twitter, and what's my Instagram handle? Shit.
We were doing so well. This is the most professional part of the entire 3-hour stream. And you had to fucking scuff it up.
All right. Twitter, Pro Wrestling _boy, and Instagram, Pro Wrestling _SUKI.
Right on. My Twitter also applies to Threads and Blue Sky. If you want to chat with us and other team members of the wrestling team and community, you can join the Discord. And yeah, that's just about is everything, unless I'm completely forgetting stuff. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future streams, future videos. Shout out to all of everyone on the wrestling team for this year, whether they've been here from the beginning, whether they joined this year, like me and Kioski's case. This, of course, this wouldn't be possible without everyone here. Kiosuke, especially, I shout out to you for being such a huge help with all of our Japanese interviews. Just want to throw that out there. He deserves more love and affection and praise. He's done so much. I feel like we would have a lot less interviews this year if it wasn't for this man.
Sure. Yeah. I wouldn't say fuck. No, fuck.
Humble.
I'm gonna be humble.
Humble.
Fucking humble. You be fucking humble. Okay. Fuck. I'm so tired. Holy shit. Oh, yeah. Fusa, I believe, runs social media, so please give him some love.
Yes, I follow us on Twitter if you want to see anytime new stuff's posted, match previews, live results, whenever I remember it or try. And if you want to hear more about me talk about wrestling as a whole in a much better format than what we did today, you can check out past VODs I've been on. You can also listen to All Elite Listening and Total Nonstop Talking, and also Pure Vision.
Oh, yeah. Check those out as well. And also
check out those 3 shows if you want more from me. If you want less of me, then, well, you know what shows to avoid now. So you're welcome.
All right. So
you may do the outro of our beloved boss and get into more shit.
All right. We were Wrestle Inn, and now we're out.